Alrighty, let's get rid of that overlay. That took way too long to set up earlier. Oh, there we go. Stupidly simple overlay, but still took way, and I mean way too long to set up because it's all new to me. I really do realize why people have entire like physical pieces of just switchboards and stuff to do overlays. It's a hassle. It really is. Really and truly is. There we go. Controller's hooked up. Let's get it going. Pop right back in. Hopefully this controller is going to work just fine. If not, I'm going to have to switch to the Steam controller, I think. Where'd we leave off last time? What were we doing? Oh yeah, tower nonsense. Is it just switch into a... What is the button I need? There we go. Learning. Figuring things out. And yeah, controller's not glitching out. Wonderful. Love it. Bondage mitten kitten. Hate it. Oy vey. Gosh dang it. Controller being unplugged. Still hate it. Oy vey. So is it this button? That's the button. Cool, cool. Oh. So, my fiance and... Yeah, you get freaking level ups from that. I forgot. Oy vey. Oy vey. My fiance and I were talking a bit more about various issues with this game. Because she's been playing it when I wasn't playing it on stream, basically. And besides the fact that flying just doesn't feel good, part of the issue is it doesn't even feel like good gliding. You just descend way too quickly. I don't know if there's going to be anything that really changes that, but that's very, very unpleasant. Oh, a little shoehorn. You know, I was just thinking about these dudes considering like the opening had us like do the Zelda Skyward Sword like jump. And yeah, I was like, yeah, shoehorn bill, whatever frickin' birds. They exist. They look aggressive. They big. Also, I think last VOD or whatever, I did mention I was worried about this stupid climbing mechanic or whatever not being very visually distinctive. And yeah, my fiance, after playing a bit, can confirm it really isn't. She's found several walls that look just kind of like all of these that I cannot climb up, that she's been able to climb up on. It is just genuinely bad design. Oy vey. Anyways, we gotta what? Make it to the Blightwood because this is another Monster Hunter game about Blight. Because whenever will it not be? Oy vey. Did they do that in like the mainline Monster Hunters? I'm gonna be honest, I don't care enough. Another gripe that, yeah, let's go find this. I think this is technically one. This plant that I can harvest does not look visually distinctive enough to know I can harvest. This is an overarching issue throughout the entire game so far, at least with my fiance's playthrough, because it's not just plants and harvesting nodes. It's not just the climbing bits. It's even like monster dens. Monster dens just look like any of those rocks out there, basically. They don't look like you can interact with them. There's a handful of these nodes that do look like they pop. And there's an obvious invisible wall right here that I... Okay, just for the tutorial? I'll take your word. But... Okay, so apparently the map's limited for the hot second. Good to know. Oh, that's not a good animation for just dropping. Wait, what was that? Yeah, that's... Whatever. Whatever. We'll deal with it later. We'll slowly pick apart everything that's going on here. Already done it several times in various games. It's kind of what I'm low-key known for amongst my friend group. The fruit on that tree is ripe for plucking. Maybe we could do some gathering before her inaugural expedition. We sure could, although grabbing fruit from such a tall tree would be a real poogie of a job. I don't know if I really like the insertion of things like a poogie of a job. Because on one hand, it's like, yeah, it's world building. People talk weirdly because they exist in a fantasy setting and they should have fantasy terms. On the other hand, it almost always feels super forced because they don't know how to weave it in world building wise. And it's always really stark compared to the fact that they just weave in actual our world terms left, right, and center. So it's just usually not handled well. We'll see. You can count on your Monstie at times like these. Hit the tree with a breath or a melee attack to make it drop fruit you can gather. Okay, yeah, tutorial. Well, say, Captain, I've always wanted to see Ratha's breath attack. If you insist, here, Ratha, we'll show you how it's done. Okay. Tutorial. Okay, so I can shoot, like, long range attacks? So I can just freaking shoot things out of the air. Good to know. And then... Okay. Like, it's not inherently bad, but... I don't know if I exactly like it. Is it necessary? We'll see if it's necessary. That kind of stuff, it depends how it's integrated, basically. It really, really does. I think I mentioned last VOD too, I really don't like how arguably weak and pathetic my character is at the start when I'm supposed to be pretty decent writing-wise thus far. Like I said, maybe they'll reel it back and it's like, yeah, you've always been a horrible person. We just haven't told you. Kind of nonsense, but I don't trust them to do that. Oy vey, wait. Is that not being picked up on the frickin'... Let's see here. Yeah, wait. 10 seconds, guys. Doing some nonsense on OBS side. Yeah, something's messing up with my audio. That should have been really obvious audio on your guys' side, and it just did not properly click. Yeah, 10 seconds, guys. Doing stuff and things and stuff. Stuff ain't on things. Things ain't on stuff. Stuff ain't on things. Okay. Can we... It's always one thing or another. Nothing is super easy. Bada bing, gotta add a different source probably. Let's see here. Let us see here. Yeah, sorry about this. Just 100%. I'll edit this out. It's a bit of OBS tech support stuff that I still haven't fully gotten down. Oh, that's probably what happened. Yeah. This, there. We good there? Get rid of that. Actually outright remove that. And how we doing? Yeah, that seems a bit... Okay, yep, that's looking good on the audio channels a heck of a bit more. That way you guys can actually hear audio. Okay. Should be Gucci, yo. Pop that going. Good stuff. Except I was messing around on my keyboard, so controller no longer work.
That's the spirit. Now, as for the work at hand, we're going to explore the forest and have you look for monster eggs.
Alrighty.
But that's all we're doing? Looking for eggs?
I mean, how else are we gonna have breakfast?
Exactly. It may not sound glamorous, but egg hunting's one of our essential tasks.
After all, we don't have a farm on this kingdom. We survive on eggs.
This is how we find the monsties who become our partners, after all. But that's not all. There's another reason egg hunts are so important to we rangers.
And, what reason is that?
Obviously bragging rights. Because we get to brag about which good monsties we have compared to others.
It's simple. Counterintuitive though it may seem. Egg hunts are a way for us to protect endangered monster species.
By raising monsters in captivity, much like pandas. Did you know pandas should totally be extinct, but we, as a selfish species, have been keeping them alive for no reason?
When we find an endangered species egg, we take it and hatch it. Then, we can return it to the wild, bolstering their population.
I'm gonna be effing honest. It sounds nice on paper, but you guys need to realize what my character just said. We're literally introducing basically like dragons to the setting because we think the setting needs dragons, not realizing dragons destroy basically all life every time they're in the setting. Like, I don't know much about the Monster Hunter setting, I really don't. But I know there are some effing monsters in the setting that are just, they're natural disasters. Just outright they are. They're like the end game tier of every single Monster Hunter, like the ancient dragon things. Yeah, the giant pickle is also a really well-known natural effing disaster because of how aggressive it is. That we saw last VOD or whatever during the opening cutscene. Those things destroy everything. And our character 100% would just reintroduce them to the setting. Why is this just high fantasy Jurassic Park, honey?
Oh my god.
This is just high fantasy Jurassic Park. How has no one realized that we don't need to do Jurassic Park for the umpteenth time? It never turns out well. There was a PS2 Jurassic Park game? Was it a park builder? Oh yeah, those are the best Jurassic Park ones. Like legit, I know... I would say probably the best Jurassic Park games may be the one you're talking about, because I don't know how the modern ones are, even though they're park builders. But the best Jurassic Park game, and I don't think anyone's going to dispute this, is Zoo Tycoon 2 with the DLC. Yeah, that's 100% the best Jurassic Park game, even though it's not a Jurassic Park like DLC even, it's just a dinosaur DLC. Is the best.
That really does set you all apart from your average riders. What a great thing to do!
Okay, so... I'm curious how this ties into the other game setting. Because... Yeah, riders in 1 and 2 were very rare. In 1... they weren't even known about. You were introducing the fact of your like village's customs of befriending monsters and riding them and using them as you know, XYZ means, whereas the rest of the world tended to have hunters. In 2, it's a direct sequel to 1. We see characters in 1 older, bitchier in the case of some of them, wiser in the case of some others. But it's slowly integration of the rider's philosophy throughout the hunter's livingscape. In this, that one line kind of showcases it's not just our kingdom that's doing the rider thing. It seems to be very, very integrated in whatever setting we're in, to the point where I don't think I've seen anyone who's a hunter. You could argue that's because a lot of monsters are extinct, / because of this blight XYZ. It's different this time, guys. It's white, it's not black. It's a different type of blight. It's the complete opposite. Don't look at it. It's the same. I changed enough so the teacher doesn't know I copied your homework, Monster Hunter Stories 1 kind of blight. But it's still a bit odd. Why are like riders still why are riders still so established, basically? This isn't me griping at it, it's me curious, are they going to work on this? If it is not properly explained or handled, then it becomes a gripe.
By the way, do you know why more and more monsters are on the brink of extinction?
Probably because of blight for the umpteenth time. Why is it always blight in these games?
Environmental changes brought on by the encroachment, maybe?
Right on the money. You really do live up to your reputation.
Why does a child of like 13 or so have a reputation?
I'm still learning.
That's all the more impressive. But we think there may be another factor at play. In addition to the crystal encroachment, that is. Are you familiar with feral monsters?
What? Okay. Once more, just separate it from the rest of the Monster Hunter setting. Why would not all animals be feral in a sense? That's the default of nature. You don't look at a tree out in the woods and be like, a feral tree. You don't look at a deer out in the woods and it's like, it's feral. No, that's just how it is. These dudes have some weird... like, my character just outright said, we are taking monster eggs, we are reviving the species, and we're putting them into the wild. We are making wild monsters. The F do you mean feral monsters? That's an ecosystem. What do you mean? Effing Christ.
Feral monsters.
Yeah. I find it weird that we're not hunters. As far as we're aware, monsters are not destroying our land. They're not pillaging our villages. They're not partaking of our wine and Googling our wives or whatever. But we still call them monsters, even though in this sense we're supposed to be an ecological setup to get them back into the ecosystem as a whole. Why would we use the term monsters?
Oh, yeah. they're sort of like regular monsters, but super strong and aggressive, right?
It just sounds like... Oh, whatever.
From what I heard, no one's ever
Come on.
encountered one of those beasts and lived to tell the tale.
Why would they call it? The term feral doesn't fit them.
Hold on a moment. That can't be right.
Why is the freaking feline the one calling it out? The felines are always comedic relief. Look at that dude. Why are you calling it out?
What do you mean it can't be right?
Right?
If no one survived, how would the rest of us even know how strong they are?
Why is the feline the freaking logic? Wait, what? Is this why you like this dude? I got a solid maybe from that. The feline is the point of logic throughout this freaking storyline? Oh my effing gosh. Like, this dude just got so many brownie points for calling out BS. What the F?
I never thought about that. You're sharp, little guy.
Oh my god.
Well, you've got the super strong part right at least. Their might defies the very laws of nature. Now imagine what that power does to an ecosystem.
It defies the laws of nature? What does that mean? I literally ride a wyvern that shoots fire from its mouth. What do you mean it defies the laws of nature? How does a medieval fantasy society define the laws of nature? Whatever. This dude's eyebrows don't match his hair. My eyebrows match. My childhood form was before I learned what dye was.
I'll tell you more about feral monsters down the line.
I am all ears.
We should probably get going. You can give her the lesson on the move.
So is there a way for me to, like, set up my costume so I don't have the hat on while in the overworld?
By the way,
Because that just showcased I could in that cutscene. Do I not get that option? Wait, so there's legit in cutscenes they will take your helmet off, but that's just not an option you have in game. What is... What's wrong with them? Yes, you can transmog, but what the F? How dare they? They show you a feature and they don't let you have it. There are plants on the... Oh, wait. Sorry, gotta get my surfer bra. There are plants on the Ashen Pass we can harvest. Make sure... Yeah, it's just tutorial. Yeah. I have a feeling this dude's gonna be with us throughout the entire plot, and I already hate him. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, why can't... Oh, right. Every single tab of these is just a tutorial. Yep. Every single one of these is just a tutorial. Every tab. It is a choice. Choice they made. Yeah, those do not stand out.
Yes.
If anything, this patch of like white blight, egg yolk, whatever nonsense stands out a heck of a lot more than any of the things I can freaking harvest half the time. I'm gonna shoot the bunny. Disappeared. Gosh dang it. Wait. Can I shoot the shoehorn bell? Get out of here. Stop your nonsense. Look at aiming at a shoehorn bell. Yeah, that does nothing. You stop.
We've got the upper hand!
Great sword nonsense. So, big sword, good for do damage. These guys are mainly technical, I think. If I'm remembering right. And none of them are aiming at me. Is it just me, or... Did it not feel like it used to just, like, snap you to where you're aiming? Did it? I feel like it That looks very not okay watching your character move like that. That doesn't feel correct. I may be wrong. I'm planning on freaking recording Monster Hunter Stories 1 on the 3DS. We'll find out down the road.
Looking good! You did it!
Why are these dudes ever like the starting enemy? Wait, weren't they in... No, I don't think they were in one. But I think they're a part of like the starting trial. You doing good, Shoehorn? You doing you? Why are you an owl? Why do you just do that?
What's this?
Like, I'm not against you doing it, but I don't think you should.
Girl, let's go! Got this!
Alrighty. So they took the time to let you choose all the skills and attacks for your Monstie or whatever. But they did not take the time to let you do that for your party member dude.
Are you okay?
Which just... What's the point then? Like, I'm assuming them letting you choose what attacks your Monstie is because, like, you want more control over the battle. But then they just had the same issue with your party member. They didn't fix the issue. Just make it so it's all AI. It's a rock, paper system. Like rock, paper, scissors system. There's no reason whatever. Whatever.
What?
Look there. It's a big tree. Oh, they brought back Poogies? Okay, you know what? That's probably the best thing they've done so far. The fact that there were no Poogies to collect in 2 was actually probably one of the worst aspects of 2. You're not wrong, honey. Is there even any sort of collectathon in 2? No? It's so much more open worldy than 1 too. Like why would they? Whatever. At least they brought it back. But it's apparently belonging to Thea. Okay. Is that my family's Poogie? It was in a place like this. Did you guys just lose like 500 Poogies or something? What's a Poogie from back home doing all the way out here?
Let's see.
We had a heck of a storm a while back. Poor spooked Poogies all ran off. We've been looking for them ever since. I would have preferred if you just said we had a heck of a storm and they were just carried off in the wind. Because let's be honest, these dudes are going to show up throughout the entire game. Them running off does not make sense where the heck they're going to show up. We're going to find them, like, in underwater caverns, in air pockets or something. Let's be honest, something like that. That level of, like, how did it get here?
Hey.
I think we could do something about it. We're in the middle of her inaugural expedition, but surely we could rescue it. Yeah, so Poogies are collectathon. So question. Is this climbable? This looks like a climby thing. Can I climb this? The answer is effing no. They demand you jump on it. You can't climb this obviously, like, climbing, like, log thing. Oh, okay.
We can handle it together.
That's what it is.
Right.
So, let's see here.
Counting on you.
And go tap. Yeah, that snap between it does not feel right. I feel like in the first one it was you facing forward and then you just had a line to what the heck you were aiming at. But whatever. At least with streaming, I can actually do turn-based RPGs on my channel. That's gonna be nice. Be able to play freaking like good Mon Tamers like Shin Megami Tensei or Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth.
To the next.
Oh, I could finish up the Blue Town nonsense. I'd have to restart it, but I wasn't super far into it. Anyone watching this and not knowing, Bloomtown is a Persona clone. It is legit a clone of Persona, which is wild at the end of the day, because I feel like there's not really... Okay. Am I a loser? Definitely. Actually, you know what this actually showcases? The fact that I'm just doing this. This used to be a specific Monsties like ability. They got rid of a specific Monsties capabilities for this game because they just wanted to give you a Rathalos to make you super special awesome. Yeah, Sparkle Wolf. It does feel like Sparkle Wolf. It feels like really crappy werewolf teen, or should I say tween drama novel about I am the Alpha's May Sparkle Special Awesome Wolf Girl, but with my special moon tiding wolf powers, people think I'm the weakest. I'm actually the best? I could never have realized with my Mary Sue abilities that I was the bestest, awesomest, whatever. Yeah, that's just how it kind of feels. Yeah, this is... I should go on record for anyone that doesn't know, because I've said it multiple times. I am not against Mary Sue stories. I'm not. Genuinely and truly, I am not against Mary Sue stuff. I'm against poorly written Mary Sue stuff, which for some people is an oxymoron in of itself. Mary Sue does not mean poorly written. Poor writing means poorly written. Well, this is another thing. At least they kept this. Yan Cuckoo is obviously aiming at this one. At least they kept that. Your Mons will aim at what they're aiming at. I'm kind of bummed that I aimed at the same Mon as my Yan Cuckoo and did not get a double attack. I feel like... Oh, you can't do a double... Well, they're... I feel like it didn't used to have to be a head-to-head.
Yeah,
But
we did it!
well, it's been a minute since I played the first one, and I'm gonna be honest, that's what I'm basing everything on, because it's, as far as I'm aware so far, it's still the best in the series. Oh, hey, something actually visually distinctive. Okay. Oh, I have,
The upper hand!
let's see. Yeah, it doesn't matter. They're loving, so I don't need to switch out to Neon.
You did it!
It's not like every lemming takes like 10 plus minutes to kill like Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterflies remake.
Good, right? Well done, everyone!
Alrighty. Yeah. I'm not a fan that I'm this weak nonsense, but I already have an establishment of monsters for various types to just cover everything. You just need to pick a lane. Am I actually super weak, or am I actually super special awesome? That's super established. Okay, yeah, this is a thing. That looks like probably our first boss. Oh, yeah, it's frickin' Wiggle Pickle.
I'd heard the stories, but this is something else. It really does look like a giant.
You know, like the Keiji, they're frickin' wiggly.
Call it egg quartz for a reason.
Yeah, they're great. I kind of love them. Like,
What's that inside?
their sniff animation is weirdly done, that like
You
really
hardly see
well.
any these days. But they were once pretty common.
Oh, yeah, what's up, man?
Alright.
I'm doing pretty good.
Of course. It's
Yeah, something about a lot of the animations for the Mons, at least in the earlier entries, was always awesome.
The first egg quartz was
It's-
discovered around 200 years ago. After that, however,
I don't know,
there were no other
I haven't played the most
discoveries until
recent, like,
10 years ago.
mainline Monster Hunter,
People started finding egg quartz everywhere.
but I know a lot of people were bashing it, and we watched a bit of a Let's
No
Play of
one
it back in the day, a long play or something, and
There's
it,
no reason to where egg
didn't
quartz
look
appears,
good,
or what monsters it encases.
like, almost whatsoever, and
That said,
I don't even have a
getting
basis
to the bottom of the
to bounce
encroachment
off of, and it
is
still
our
looked
duty
bad.
as rangers.
Unraveling
Says a
the
lot.
greatest mysteries? Man, the Rangers are so cool!
I don't know, like, you played a Monster Hunter, like, the
Most
first open world one,
Cold feet.
and
Courage is commendable.
the most recent
Sneaky
Monster Hunter
comes
one
first.
felt a lot like it was trying to be open world, but it was weirdly way too on rails. Like, you couldn't explore anywhere. It's like, go here, when it's supposed to be open world. Was the first Monster Hunter World one, like,
Not bad.
that?
Okay,
Okay, you didn't get far enough to find out. That's understandable. Okay. Okay, yeah, you got to your first, like, actual, like, a bit of a wall, and you dipped out immediately. You know what, that makes sense, Bill. That makes sense. Yeah, okay, yeah, you had, like, default merchant armor. Love you, honey. There should be a pack of Velociprey just up ahead. If you're looking to avoid a skirmish, try using a Monsty Roar. Didn't that used to be a specific monster's ability too? Why are they just homogenizing everything that used to make various monsters useful? Okay. That's choice. That's why. Whatever. It's not so much the small issues I'm having like that, it's the fact that it's compiling. That's the issue. The fact that they made a lot of choices and... Okay, this is the first time it looks visually distinct. The first time. Everything else did not, but this one does, so they at least get a bit of... Like, that one felt correct. It still didn't feel right, like, walking into it. I still would have preferred it's like an activation thing, but it's what else? It's what else? Yeah, it's a lot of small gripes starting to build up more and more. We're going to see if it actually becomes a major issue. I still can't believe they give you a customization thing in the cutscenes without your helmet on, but you can't choose that.
Look!
yeah. Monster eggs.
Why is this the only one in the series that
Pattern. Are they
has monster eggs just out
It
in
could
the
be
wild?
an ultra-rare endangered species!
I wouldn't get my hopes up. Look, the calling card.
I recognize that feather!
Here it comes.
Oh yeah, okay, I love this dude.
Watch out for
That is something I will always give Capcom props for.
This is nothing!
Oh wait, is Rudy actually just the protag?
Bring it on!
Go ahead, Rudy, go kick it. Like, beat its ass. You do you, buddy.
Hostile. We have to calm it
It's
down.
like a full action response. He's so much better than Naviru already. I hate Naviru too. He's one of the biggest gripes against Monster Hunter Stories 1 and 2. Okay, tutorial nonsense. I can't remember what kind of freaking tax this dude did. I'm gonna say technical, considering it looked like a weird kind of thing, attack-wise. So we're gonna switch over to Ratha. No wait, Ratha's the good version of this. That's just a random Rathalos with a freaking weird horn. Resist everything but blunt. Can I switch out my, wait. No, it's not gonna let me. This is tutorial. This is tutorial. Okay. I 100%, I can very easily see it. But nope, we're gonna have an entire fight telling me that I need to use blunt weapons when I can see as much visually. Okay. Even though it is like a rock, paper, scissors system, I do like the fact that most mons are so distinct in their designs that it's almost pretty easy to tell what like attacks they're going to be doing. Honestly, the second I found out this was a... Oh yeah, it's floaty. Is this a normal flying type? I need to do that. I need to do a fucking video on that. Gosh dang it. Oh, I still need to do that. There's so many videos I need to do. Look at this Jigglypuff motherfucker. Okay. Yep, it does different stuff. It's a different phase. Got it. Yeah, charge gauge. So MP. I don't know, man. I feel like we need to just homogenize a few things like that, though. Like, oh, it's doing speed. Got it. I feel like we need to homogenize stupid things. Everyone's already homogenized HP. Nobody's saying it's not HP in any game anymore. That is just the default everywhere. Don't call it charge points. Call it like SP for like skill points, and everyone will be fine with it, and we just need to start doing something like that. Oh, but I'm using magic. You're using a skill that involves magic. Oh, will do, dude. Will do. I'll let you know if I'm interested down the line. I'm way too new to be spending money on that kind of stuff, but I will let you know. Appreciate it.
Let's do this. Wow.
Ooh.
Can do.
Okay, so let me guess. When it switches back to its other form, I'm gonna have to start doing blunt on top of that, right? Be my guess. I'm going to switch to... Yeah.
Hey.
No.
Hey.
I thought I switched. Oh, it wants me to do it on the... Okay, yep. Got it.
Nice one!
Me now comprende.
All right.
I love how jiggly he is. I do. I really, really do.
Nice job!
Between the Mon designs and just the animations and the art choices and everything, they do get so many brownie points from that. It's just...
Might be in trouble.
Oh, right, I'm dying. Oh, fine. Yeah, I suppose it's this potion.
Yes!
There we go.
Yes, please!
Okay, yeah. I appreciate you just tossing some juice at my freaking monster, dude. I don't know why, but sure. I never thought about giving a dragon grape juice, but I mean, that's on me. You can sneeze, honey. You're fine sneezing. You don't need to hold that in. That sounded painful. Never do that again. Like, honey, I have like a white noise filter going for most things. It doesn't even pick up half of my laughs. sneeze, live, breathe, exist. You are valid. Oh, the face she just gave me.
Your Highness!
Okay, yeah, you can go back to, like, cross-stitching. I love you.
This'll do it!
Yeah, I can't believe they just stole the all-out attack from Persona with this nonsense. Like, the battle system was distinct enough. You don't technically need this. Between the rock paper scissors system, which works with you switching your monsters out, it makes you want various monsters, paired with the kinship riding them thing, they don't need the Persona all-out attack thing. It feels like they're overcomplicating a system that was already perfectly defined.
So, listen.
Just, whatever.
Raga! Your Highness!
Yep.
Yes! Now!
Oh. Poor little, like, flying squirrel lizard thing has a cute little thing on top of it. Like, she got it accessories. It's adorable. Ah, if we don't get accessories for him, I would riot too. That's a valid opinion. Because that is effing cute. She's got a little, like, headband thing and a necklace on it. That's so adorable.
Ready, Captain? Yeah!
Forgot that you could double attack chip-wise. That's the sequel. I wasn't a big fan of the sequel.
Good job! I'll give it my all! You did it!
That's fair. That's effing fair. And, dude, send me a PM on, like, Twitter or Blue Sky. My links are down below, and I will get back to you about that. You are, like, freaking, I will let you know down there about, like, Discord nonsense, and we can chat.
Good work.
But yeah, this is, I don't know, I need to give 2 a better shot. We were so hyped for it, and the second I played it, I was like, yeah, no. And then the second I saw the trailer for this one, I was like, yeah, no. Oh. Yeah, it's not bright, guys. It's a different color, obviously. What do we not play?
What's plugged into that monster?
Look at that.
I mean,
It's gone feral.
what do you mean? He was acting like a regular monster over a territory dispute. Hey. No, it's gotta be feral, obviously. If a monster attack another monster is obviously feral, is not okay. Oh my goodness. And it's obviously because there's crystals on it, and there are not monsters that have, like, rocks or crystals on them. Those don't exist in the setting, obviously. We all know that. Anyway. You know, I am so tired of the obvious, like, so have you heard about feral monsters? Oh yeah, but those are super rare. Next cutscene, a feral monster! Whatever will we do? Yeah, no, if you're gonna set up something that's supposed to be such a big issue like that, you can set it up early. But you should, like, slowly set it up and have it build up more and more over several hours, storytelling-wise. And when you interact with one, you need to run the F away. You can't deal with it. Kind of stuff. Like, build it up as a big issue, and then have it be something you slowly overcome bit by bit. Storytelling doesn't do that anymore, sadly, in a lot of media. It really doesn't, but that's because I don't know. People don't know how to tell good stories most of the time nowadays. It's like kind of the issue with like isekai as a whole, which is a really fun genre. It's like antiquated, it's centuries old. And just modern isekai is so homogenized and boiled down to the basic roots of it that every single one feels exactly the same with the same issues in every single effing one. Then again, that's partially because it was taken over by like Japanese media as a whole. And Japanese media as a whole is mainly sold to like one demographic when it's anime or manga, which is teenage Japanese boy. So you see all the pro tags be teenage Japanese boy, which is Japanese everyman. Wait,
Hey! Yes.
I'm more so amazed we're not running away from this situation. We should be fleeing.
What?
Simon is doing whatever he says. That's why he's not like helping Goop. That's why Simon's not helping the girl. Yeah, blah 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 blah. I was not paying attention about what type, but this dude kind of seems like, I don't know, power type, so I'm gonna go with speed, and we're going to switch out to our speed.
Let's go!
Am I wrong? I might be. Does it matter? Probably not, actually. Go for it. God, it did stupid animations like that. It does feel kind of weird. That small animations like that, the animations of like the squirrel, lizard, animations of all the monsters, really. You can see love in this. You really can. And then you just get to the stupid things I was pointing out earlier, and it's like, where did the love go? Encroachment, 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 encroachment. Yeah, we get it. It's the big bad MacGuffin whatever thing that we're dealing with. Got it. Yo, sup?
I see. Your Highness!
Just let me do the fight, man. I'm doing alright. How about you? Let's see here. It's probably about to go down. May as well switch the weapons, and then we should be a-okay. Start going on the crystals on it.
What?
I love that animation so effing much. I really do. Love seeing just like that stuff. It is basically the same animation since the first one, right? Just that jiggle waggle and then you just immediately drop. Okay. Oh. I like it. I never thought I wanted like a gorilla dragon toad thing, but I'm not gonna lie. I wanted a gorilla dragon toad thing. Other stuff I like to play, kind of anything. I've got a YouTube that's probably down below. I'm usually more hidden gemmy stuff on that channel, but anything that's a good vibe, man. Which I'm not gonna lie, this isn't a good vibe, but you know, we're going through with it anyways. Oh yeah, we did finish Sonic Adventure last night, which was interesting because right at the end we got a really unique texture glitch that I've never seen before. Other things, I occasionally do challenge nonsense.
Oh.
Yeah. Monster did something, deal with it.
It's possible.
know.
Yeah, man, feel free to hit me up on the Twitter or Blue Sky down below via PMs. And you're good, man. Would love to hear it.
Leave it to me.
Well, no offense, but considering one's like an AoE that stopped me from being able to attack, probably the smart move to get rid of the freaking crystals. Let's go this on that. Yeah. Love it. That's stupid. That's kind of nonsense. I would love to have. Freaking as an ability. Like, I'm not against this kind of thing. I really am. Oh, appreciate it. It's more so just, this feels like a later fight. This feels like maybe 3 dungeons into the game kind of fight. And then I'd be fine with all this tutorial stuff. There we go. Yeah, honestly, just let me play the game. Good stuff. What are its arms? Okay. Good to know. With that. And... just that. Will do. Will do as soon as I'm done with this stream. I'm actually kind of got on it. It feels weird having a Ratha this early in the effing game. It really does. Yeah. Yeah, you sound Victor. Yeah, it's like he's playing the first one while you're playing this one. Oh, good stuff. He's actually playing a good game. Good for him. My fiance was gifted this game, and basically the dude who gifted it to her is playing the first one, and he's like, "Why do you already have a Rathalos?" Which was both my fiance's and my reaction. Why do we already have a Rathalos? Like, a Rathalos is kind of like a mid to late game effing mon.
Keep an eye out.
Yeah, yeah, Weird Sugar Glider Lizard feels kind of like maybe a Zone 2 kind of thing. Maybe a late Zone 1 kind of thing. You still haven't freaking gotten a Herbivore on your save, have you? No, you haven't even found an Aptonoth. Like, the default of all default mons. Yeah, it sucks, but you should have one, and you've been trying to find one, and you can't. You just very recently found an Aptonoth on the map. That's wild. Well, you're a stop to smell the roses kind of player, kind of like I am. So yeah, nothing wrong with that. Oh, I'm freaking using I'm using a horn. I forgot that was a freaking, like, setup, how that works. Yeah, I'm probably gonna switch to hammer. I don't want to learn, like, all the various song nonsense combos.
Just calm down.
Wait, you can get a katana in this? Okay. There's the hammer and the horn for the blunt, and then probably will they? Oh, gun lance, a bow and arrow. I was wondering what the other one was. So they just got rid of the sword and shield, huh? That sounds insulting. I'm not gonna lie. Like, genuinely and truly, that doesn't seem correct. Especially considering, like, what is a Sword and Board, I think, has always been the default of all defaults when it comes to just how this game has always been. Like, even way back in the day, first Monster Hunter you started with Sword and Board.
Impressive! Excellent!
That's what it is.
Now's your chance!
Yeah, you're rocking that freaking cross stitch. What the? I looked away for like 5 seconds. I've looked away since I started this battle, and you've just done like. What the absolute heck, girl? She's just laughing maniacally as she's realizing how much of that cross stitch she's been working on. My fiance's crafty, if you can't tell, considering what I was just saying. And she's working on a cross stitch pattern she just bought. That's like a Pokeball with like a Lapras in it. You know, really, really cute design made by someone on Etsy. She bought like the pattern, and she's just powering through it. She started it as soon as I started streaming, and she's already got way too much progress done in consideration. I've been streaming for an hour. Nope, that makes sense.
Watch out!
That makes a lot more sense all at once. Alright, let's see here. Yeah. Just go. Lasso tongue. I kind of love it.
All right, keep it up!
Yeah. Let's see here. I think it does start doing technical stuff now that we got the arms on it. Yeah, and just animations like this where it's like super weakened. There's so much weird love into this game, and then not in other parts. It wigs me out, man. It wigs me out.
Ow! Man, we did it! Now! It's time!
There we go.
How about this? You did it!
This 100% just circles back to the issue I had earlier. We're super weak. Our character's like level 5. We're constantly told we're super awesome, special, cool, sparkle wolfy. And we're just super weak. But then we learn about these super evil, horrible, everyone dies anytime anyone meets one kind of things, and the people who have told tales probably barely got out of it alive kind of thing. But here's one, and we just wreck it. Yeah, with my freaking, like, new recruit girl, who really should not be in this fight. Simon Says or whatever should have immediately stepped in the second this thing... Actually, not even when this thing stepped in. When the giant bat freaking Jigglypuff thing stepped in. He should have immediately came in to help.
Right.
You alright?
Yeah, not because of you, I guess.
Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks to all of you. You pulled your weight too, Thea.
Yeah, Thea pulled their weight more than anyone else here. I'm gonna even say more than me. Thea's MVP. Here you go, Thea. You're the new ranger leader. You're super special awesome. I don't want to be anymore. What is that from? A Vine? Oh, that's why it's funny. It's from a Vine. I miss Vine so much.
But all I really did was try to survive.
I mean, considering the setting of Monster Hunter, isn't survival just what everyone's doing?
But
Whatever.
what was a feral monster doing here of all places? That was really terrifying. Now Now I understand how one of them could destroy an entire ecosystem.
No. That thing was not nearly that tough. No. Are your ecosystems made out of, like, tissue paper? What do you mean it could destroy an entire ecosystem? It attacked something, I'm gonna assume, in its territory. That's it. Whatever.
Yeah. There isn't a rider alive who could control one. The best thing we can do for these ecosystems is to take them out.
Okay. So now we have the understanding of what the frick the Blight's gonna be. So Blight nonsense makes things feral and evil. Feral and evil monsters can't be controlled by riders. Riders is about befriending things, and this feral evil nonsense makes it so you can't. But, as we see with our Rathalos, it already has a crystal thing, so it's partially feral and evil. And, as we know, the Queen probably took the other Rathalos, which is all feral and evil. And we're going to be able to tame the feral and evil nonsense and cure the Blight. Yeah, does this sound similar to anyone else who's played a Monster Hunter Stories game? Because that's the... Like, besides the Queen taking one, that is the exact same effing plot as the first game.
It looked like a regular Chotacabra to me, but it was so strong. Where'd all that power come from?
Didn't we already go over where all the... It had crystals on it. We went over that.
That's what we Rangers are here to find out.
Crystals. On its back. That we had to smash. Weaken it. I would accept this line if we had to flee from it. And we don't learn what the actual, the mechanic and how to deal with it until, later. I would accept that line in that scenario.
We've got our work cut out for us. I'm all in.
Why is Thea just not the protag? Every time I'm interacting with this kid, it just feels like she's the protagonist.
Well, with your inaugural expedition complete, you're now officially a Ranger. Welcome aboard.
It's like they felt compelled to make this more adulty, because I feel like they've made the most recent Monster Hunter games more adulty and grimdarky. But the series has never really technically super been that. It's been love conquers everything and the power of friendship. Literally, the way you ride your monsters is the power of kinship. It's friendship. This entire game is like a magical girl, power level nonsense. In fact, I think the first game, that's how you beat the final boss. It's magical girl nonsense. But I felt like they just were checking boxes. We need to make this game more adulty, and it doesn't work out. Digimon's doing that better, and everything about Digimon is just the power of friendship. Yeah, that's the power of love.
Roger.
I love you, honey.
It's about time we head back.
We need to get you a mic so people can hear your freaking,
belongs to
snark here and there. Okay.
To me? You mean it?
Yeah, you get an egg, and I get the other one, because I want breakfast.
To commemorate your first day. Brace it well.
Fucking birdie. I haven't thought about that in a minute.
I will. Thank you so much.
Yeah, she does just fry up her own egg in that freaking show. Tuka and Birdie has lesser super gel energy. Oh gosh. If we ever see a DVD compilation of Super Gel, we need to grab it. Super Gel is it's so gross and gritty while being one of the most beautifully animated things I think I've ever effing seen.
Come on, let's hatch these eggs.
These eggs. We're grabbing both of them. I just gave her one, and it was to commemorate your first day. I'm taking the other. Simon gets nothing because he didn't, like, join the fight. Yep, goodbye, Simon. Why? So... This altar has these bowls carved out of stone
This
on
part
it.
is easy. We rangers don't have to do much here.
Why
Just
two?
follow my lead, all right?
Specifically for this scene, you are not wrong, honey. This altar has 2 carved stone bowls attached to the altar for this one scene.
It's her first ritual as a ranger. Gotta give her all the bells and
They could have just made the bowls thing like textured like a bronze color, and I would not have this issue. That is attached to the altar.
Now pray for the monster to awaken.
This girl has her own monstie. How does she not know
in
this?
spirit, in unfailing kinship.
Can you gift people monsties? Like, I don't know if that's ever discussed in the setting.
Bind thy untamed spirit.
Can we trade
to
Pokemon? That's a good way of putting it. Can you give me an Onyx for my Haunter? Don't worry, I didn't put a rock on it this time. Oh, everyone hates that for an NPC in Pokemon. Yeah, like, it is such... The devs were just being mean. It is adorable. Oh my gosh, that's super cute. But that just raises the question, like I mentioned in the starting cutscene. The Rathalos in the starting cutscene, if you didn't see it or whatever, when you hatch it, the twins, they just look like smaller Rathaloses. But as we see with this, they have chibi forms, which is what the heck it should have been when it came out. Oh, they're definitely going to let you get an actual other Rathalos. Like, this series loves the gold and silver Rathalos Ratha thing. Or Rathian thing, or whatever. As, like, at least post-game. So, we're going to at least see if they give Rathalos a chibi form somewhere down the line. Oh my gosh, this dude's so fucking cute. If it stayed this size and it just, like, kind of sugar glided to you, I would want this as a pet. This thing is so effing cute. Oh, it got fat. It got big and fat. Yeah. This is kind of look my cat gives me. You thought that too? My cat is obsessed with me and he freaking glares at me all the time like this. As if, like, he just found out I farted or something, and it's like, dude, I didn't. Yeah, that's what you're thinking, man. Alright. Okay, so this already feels kind of wrong if we look at the info. Why is the first monster I'm getting a rank 3? What is the pacing in this game? What is, like, the creep and, like, the power scaling? Like, what's going on? I'm used to, like, the whole difficulty curve on both ends, you know, ramping up and ramping down because I like SMT and other RPGs, but this feels like not a difficulty curve, but a difficulty, like, sales chart graph. I feel like it's spiking and dropping, spiking and dropping, spiking and dropping. Like, what's going on?
World may never know.
Yeah. I think I saw that one pick up, but yeah. And the world may never know. A valid response to that. Oh, what's that in the back? You got your little freaking, like, Poogie in the background? I saw that, dude. I want that Poogie.
Fails to give me chills.
Ooh, that's fancy, girl.
No need to rush. Enjoy the
My fiance got something to help with their
Agreed.
cross stitch.
Let's say
Like,
channeling for
but she's not
okay?
doing a printed pattern one. And it has a magnet as a needle minder on it, and it's just, ooh. Oh, this thing is adorable. Look at it trying to intimidate me. Buddy, I'm bigger than you. I'm the one that feeds you. Shut up. Yeah, that dude still looks the way I described him last time. Like he'd get off his motorcycle and slap me in the ass. Yeah. This Palico's full edgelord like he is. On the flip side, thighs for days looks like she'd do the same, and I would be like, ooh. Yeah. I'm gonna just go, nonsense if she did that. Like, the freaking edgelord biker gay bar guy slaps my ass. I'm like, dude, what the F? She slaps it and I go, because she knows how to handle an ass.
Seriously?
What's up, you guys?
Plenty, that's what. Take a look for yourself.
Oh, yeah, remember? War were declared. We just kind of got, like, side quest nonsense from that, but, you know, war were declared.
These are all requests. But why so many?
Because war?
Given the political climate, many riders have been dispatched to the Vermilion border to provide surveillance and security.
Yeah, what the absolute F? I cannot believe they wrote a feline to be the smarts. And not like stupid, like, Saturday morning cartoon smarts, where he's just like big swirly glasses and it's like, indubitably, I always procure the best ingredients for my science projects. Yeah, no, it's not that. Yeah, Choco Cat. Yeah, Choco Cat is that. And Choco Cat. Choco Cat needs a swirly in the most loving way possible. But I cannot believe they just wrote, what do you mean, why are you surprised? Literally, like, everyone's going to crap. The roads are no longer safe, and we're a free organization of mercenaries. Everyone kind of wants some sort of, like, some form of security. It makes perfect sense. Coming from that dude. That would be like effing Sonic saying that. Just like, what? What are you... Why are you telling me this?
His Majesty has delegated their duties to us as Rangers.
Can I just play as Rudy instead of the princess?
How does he know?
Can't knock the vote of confidence.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I just want to play as Ogden instead.
We can handle anything they can throw at us.
Yeah, that dude's like on a completely different wavelength in the best way possible. We got Biker Gay Bar over there, and we got freaking like, oh, yeah, Daddy-O. Like, I feel like this dude should be voiced by Bruce Campbell. Like 100%. This should be like voiced by Bruce Campbell in the same cadence with the same freaking direction as Bubba Tap, which we need to watch sometime. You know the premise for Bubba Tap? The premise of Bubba Tap is Bruce Campbell is Elvis. Elvis survived and he's in a retirement home. And an ancient mummy is the villain. Chaos ensues. I think it's like King Tut or something. Yeah, it's just that. And you're like, how is that like a valid movie? And it's like, it's Bruce Campbell. Like, master of Evil Dead everything. Oh, by the way, I think Bestie got the entire Evil Dead TV series. And he wants to watch it. Yeah, you might want to let him know that because he wants to watch it. I mentioned you wanted to watch it, but I don't think he comprehended. I was like, you two should get together and watch it.
Harvesting fields, repairing damaged roofs. What? Does he think we're a bunch of handymen?
Dude, do you not realize, like, being in any sort of mercenary setting whatsoever, we are just subquest central in a JRPG? If someone wants me to find their cat in a tree, that's what I'm doing as a subquest. Like, that's just how RPGs go. If I need to get beard oil for freaking Ogden over there, that's what I'm doing for like the next 30 minutes. And I'm doing it before I freaking get you like crotch powder or whatever because you're wearing leather.
That is your king you're talking
Yeah,
about.
talcum powder. Rudy, once more, is not incorrect in this. But it's really weird because we've interacted with like a guard and everything. And I know we're given the weird setting of everyone kind of looks down on us because we're the queen's child. But Rudy seems to be the only one that fully recognizes royalty needs to be treated differently. Otherwise, heads can roll. I feel like Rudy is the only smart person in this entire game thus far, and I really don't know how to handle it, but I understand why you said you liked Rudy.
Mind if I take a look? I have a sneaking suspicion about these requests.
Of course you do.
Sure. God, she's hot. I'm glad my taste in a woman has aged with me. Because, you know, considering, like, the flashback we have, this woman is probably 30, oh, maybe 40s or so. Yeah, like, I'm gonna say mid-30s to mid-40s. Considering I would assume she... Yeah, at least a 10-year age gap. I'm gonna... Because I know our character's meant to look a bit more adulty. 18 and 20, yeah, that's a valid way. Well, it's JRPG, let's be honest, it's 17. It's always 17. But at least a 10-year age gap, if not a bit more. I'm going to say she's probably a similar age to the Queen, considering in that first cutscene she seemed very close, almost attendant-y. And attendants, I want to say in this setting, are almost raised, if not a bit older, than the person they're attending by a small age gap. So similar age to my mother, which just makes me say, Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Sorry. Yeah, that's a great outfit on her. And we need to check a certain site for artwork of her here in a minute. She's got that ooh la la ka going on.
All right then, lay it on us.
But let's be effing honest, there's probably more art of him than her. Probably, what was it, Rune Factory 5? Everyone was obsessed with the stupid edgelord dude, even though he was written horribly.
So, the majority of these
Riker, that was his name.
People living near the border.
Oh, wait. You're telling me all the people requesting help and aid is right on the border between two countries that are going to war? And they're the ones that don't feel like, I don't know, safe, considering they're right in the war front. War were declared. Why are we not picking up on that? Why is nobody paying attention to that? Why is that dude such a vibe? I want to be that when I get older. I just don't have the freaking hair on top. Honey, if after I reach like 50s to 60s, if my entire wardrobe is not like Hawaiian shirts, you need to change my entire wardrobe. Love you, honey. Okay, I will accept like freaking suits and tie nonsense. Like, I know the ladies like it when a man rolls up his sleeves. Only if you get some sleeve rolling action. I love you, honey.
What does that mean?
I'm not sure, but I'd bet it's related to our Titan border security. And a distinct lack of unoccupied hands.
Once more, war were declared. Titan border makes sense. Soldiers and other freaking government entities dealing with war making sense. This is meant to be a game for people who are late teens to adults, and you can tell such. That's not me going on a limb. You can tell such, and you always can, by the pro tag. It is very easy to tell who the game is meant to be for if you look at the pro tag. It is the same with ads. If you see an ad anywhere and the person experiencing the product they are selling is a certain denomination, a certain race, a certain gender, what have you, that is who they're selling it to. Why are they just dancing around the subject as if no one can comprehend what war is? What I find more interesting is, as we mentioned last frickin' VOD or whatever, Our kingdom is like 15 houses. It's a hamlet. How do we have borders? Our borders are the frickin' castle walls. You telling me there are other villages that are supposed to be within this quote-unquote kingdom? Whatever.
Then it sounds like we should take a look for ourselves.
Like, I'm not demanding being able to explore and interact with each of the houses in this freaking kingdom or whatever in this castle town. You can just have it kind of sprawl out and it's like, let's leave through here kind of thing. It's just, it's not that. To be perfectly honest, when I was on the lookout, it feels like this entire island we're on or whatever should be the castle. And then outside of it should be like a noble district. Below that is more like commoner district. Below that is peasant district. Beyond that is farms. If that's how I vaguely remember how these sort of scenarios should be. No, we have castle, castle town, vineyard, and a bunch of windmills that I don't think make sense. Isn't... Actually, yeah, the windmills make no sense. Honey, windmills are for freaking grinding grain. We don't have any farms. We have a vineyard. Why do we have windmills? Oh my effing gosh. Like, don't get me wrong. It's aesthetic. It is pleasing, but they're not supposed to be there. That is not correct.
Scanning over them, some of these requests even involve chasing down rare monsters.
And not beyond aesthetic. I'm the type of person who mods Skyrim to have floating, like, islands. Also, floating islands totally can, and I think do exist in the setting, so that's not me being wrong. I'm also the type of person that adds, like, sky whales and sky whale bones to Skyrim. Once more, those are supposed to be in the setting. They're supposed to be giant sky whales in the frickin' setting, if I remember right.
Now that sort of job sounds much
Every
more
time he's
up
on
our
screen, I get a bit happier. Just want a series of mini games with him freaking being the dude in the central hub.
What do you say?
Yeah, WarioWare style or something like that. Wario wishes he was as cool as that dude. I love Wario. Grew up with freaking Wario Land games. They're great.
No pressure, of course.
Wario World.
Not exactly kingdom shaking, so there's no need to bite off more than we can chew.
I recorded the entirety of Wario World in a night, and I think it was like summer right as it got super hot and humid, and we hadn't put the AC in yet. So I was sweating buckets, super uncomfortable and sticky, and that game just is infuriating if you're 100%ing it. I don't know if anyone's watching this will ever take this advice. If you ever get the chance to play Wario World, do not 100% it. It is not worth it. Do not. I don't care if you're emulating it. I don't care if you're freaking playing on hardware like I was. Don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not fun. Have fun just playing the game how it is. You do not need to 100% that piece of crap. I hate the fact that the Wario Land series does not exist, and that is like the send-off of it, basically. Actually, I think there's a few Wii Wario Land games, but they're like motion controls, and motion controls are bad. Okay? Your motion controls are bad, okay? Is that dude even in South Park still? Neither of us have watched South Park for years, probably a decade plus at this point. If I was ever to watch South Park, I just want like the first 5 seasons, and I probably wouldn't even watch the last 2 of those first 5. I don't even know if that's in the era that I liked South Park. Oh, you just had this conversation with the dude. Well, first and foremost, I don't take his opinion considering his taste and partners that he's gotten into in the past. Not you in question, but his partner that he's having difficulty with right now. Heads up, guys. Don't stick your D in crazy. So already I don't trust his opinion. Oh, my fiance does have to say, don't jam your clam on crazy either. Doesn't matter what you got rocking down there. Don't touch crazy. moving on. I've heard the first season is it's practically unwatchable, so I wouldn't even start there. But the first season was before it was really established. It was them messing around with stuff, trying to figure out the medium, so I understand that. I wouldn't mind rewatching the earlier seasons to see if it holds up, but I could understand it not holding up considering South Park has always been very referential to the story of the week. Heck, early seasons mentioned Barbra Streisand, and who the heck has thought of Barbra Streisand in decades? How do you know the band Duck Sauce? You're gonna have to make me listen to some of that music here in a minute. Yeah. But that's always been South Park. That's like... Oh, you have shown me like freaking that video. That they are the Big Bad Wolf. Yeah, we're gonna have to watch more of their music. That's... Of course they do just have a song called Barbra Streisand. If you guys want something funny, just click off this video quick and go watch The Big Bad Wolf by Duck Sauce. It's a good song while being really silly. But South Park's known to make their episode in a week to get it out. Like, heck, I know during several presidential things, when they don't know which way it's going to go, they have 2 different endings they make. Like, they're always current with whatever events are happening when they release the video or the episode, but you're not wrong. That makes it so it doesn't have the exact staying power. I wouldn't mind checking it out. Especially for episodes that aren't that, like what? The classic of Cartman making that one kid eat his parent. Yeah, eat the chili. I'm gonna say eat the chili. Moving on.
No. I say we go check it out. Simon, you're with me.
I don't want this dude with me.
Always.
Out of all of these characters here, I'm gonna say I want him less, and I'm even including freaking Edgelord, who slaps my ass and pisses me off. Biker Gay Bar. I don't like Simon, and I don't know why, but he is rubbing me the wrong way to the nth degree. He does seem like the dude who would turn evil. Like, he's a weird mastermind that's been, like, orchestrating your entire life to F you over. That's how he seems. The second I saw this guy, I was like, no, we're not doing this, man. It's a really cute pitchfork, but it makes 0 sense as a pitchfork. That thing makes more sense as a freaking, like, hoe than a pitchfork. Like, that feels like you would dig it into the ground akin to a shovel to really dig up, like, loose stone or something. Oh, wait. Did I see what I think I just saw on this dude? They have thumbs. I thought the felines didn't have thumbs besides like the super weird chibi ones set up like Navaroo, which, let's be honest, that's what Rudy is. The weird experimented ones in the setting. But the base ones, I thought they didn't have thumbs. They have thumbs. Guys, felines have thumbs. Which means the lookout one is just canonically wearing bondage mittens. I mean, I'm not going to frickin' judge a person's freak. I'm not going to yuck their yum, as you just said, Boo. I don't think they should be wearing that in public. Yeah, don't bring other people into your kink. We had the same conversation when we were playing Pokemon Legends ZA with just you and me. Emma is wearing a cat suit. She's full on just wearing a cat suit. And it feels gross because a girl is running around in a cat suit in public. But it feels even grosser when you realize you've seen that child grow up and she's just wearing a cat suit in public. I feel like an uncle watching my niece just like sultry walk in the mall with a cat suit on. It's just like, ugh, don't, no, ugh. Anyways, I'm going to assume anytime we're at the stables, Ratha is going to be in there, besides the one moment when Ratha goes feral and wild or whatever and goes on its own for a hot second, which I don't know if that's going to happen in the story, but I'm going to say solid 50-50 chance. I do like the felines that they do puns kind of like slimes. Felines work on Dragon Quest puns, and that is correct. That is the good. Yeah, cool. The menus let you do menu things. Got it. If I F up because I didn't read the tutorials and they added something new, that's on me. I will totally accept the fact that I was an idiot. I will take the L. Why the absolute F does this have 2 specifically stone carved like bowls? Why did we have to do it here, actually? As we saw in the opening cutscene, it can just be on a carted out tray.
Well, they did say. So,
Why is all the bells and whistles for 2? There's no guarantee we'd get 2. This is effing adorable. Yeah, that's definitely the old guy's freaking one. And he's got accessories on it. If we don't get accessories for our monsters, I am genuinely going to be upset. So... yeah, that's Simon's. He does have accessories on it. He's got a bit of a crest thing, chest guard thing. I don't think besides the saddle, we don't really get much of anything on any of our monsters in the series as far as I'm aware. Arguably, in each entry, you get a unique Rathalos, but let's be honest, in the first one, you get a Pona and nobody else gets that besides the dude you fight who has a Pona. Why did they take that DLC out of the Switch version? Epona is the only speed herbivore. It's weird. Oh yeah, that's a really adorable Poogie. That's what I saw in the background last time. Okay. Really? That explains it.
Be careful. Okay.
So the Poogie legit changes the outfits too? Oh gosh, yeah. I can dig it. I can effing dig it. So yeah. Why'd you give it wings? So pigs can fly? Funny pun, but it doesn't need it. This Poogie right here kind of reminds me of Moko Moko. This design. Something about it just feels kind of like a weird chibi Mon-Tamer thing. Oh, well, I don't know if the wings really match her necklace or anything. I do like that she's got riding chaps on, but I feel like they're inverted, aren't they? Or is that correct riding chaps? You've ridden horses. Yeah, that was what I was about to say. Usually, I swear if you're wearing something specifically for riding, it's for padding on your inner thighs, and this is the opposite. Okay, so Western ones have the opposite, so it's inverted like this. Okay. Okay, so... okay, so no clue why the Western ones do have chaps like that, but the Western chaps are correct like that. Okay, yeah. I can dig it. Gosh dang, man. Ooh la la ka, va va voomka. Ay vey. Oh wait, actually, gallery. What are we looking at? Okay, we can rewatch kinship skills, which I like. That's nice. Kinship skills are usually really fun to watch. And we can rewatch cutscenes. They get points for that. They do. Especially if you need to remember what the heck you're supposed to be doing. I just wonder what they constitute as a proper cutscene. Is it only counting the things that are voiced, the things that are automatically kind of going while voiced, like the full CG nonsense? Are they counting the scene we just had where it's and nobody's talking or whatever, and we're kind of having to read it every once in a while. Like, what do they count as cutscenes? I hope we can get something like this. I freaking love that fat dragon so effing much. Yeah, it is. It does feel like Dragon Quest-y. I know what I'm about, woman. I love me some Dragon Quest. Since when does this setting just had like alpaca things? Sorry. Yeah, it's usually Aptonoth or some other herbivore thing. I don't remember these being in anything. I'm not against them in it. I just feel like if this is the game these are introduced in, that feels wrong is what I'm saying. It feels like any sort of monster really introduced to the series should be a part of the main line. And I'm not even a fan of Monster Hunter. But I feel like the only things introduced in Monster Hunter stories should be the unique Rathalos you get as a protag. And I'm going to be honest, I'm tired of it being a Rathalos. I feel like they should have done the same thing they do in the mainline series, where like the first one's a Rathalos. Maybe the second one's whatever the mainline monster is in Monster Hunter 2. So on and so forth. I would be fine.
Hey, listen!
Oy vey. Oy vey, oy vey, oy vey. Give me a second while I make sure the audio is properly audioing. Yes, it is. Okay. I think we are back. I'm pretty certain we're back. We're back. We're back. We're live. Okay. Yep. 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 Yeah, update that stream info because, Oy vey, man. Oy effing vey, that was BS. Okay, so, heads up, and if none of this applies, feel free to ignore it. But I'm gonna ramble for a hot second in case it does apply. So the last stream I just did completely crashed. And what I mean by that is my computer would not accept any inputs. It was still running, but I could not use my mouse. I could not use my controller. I could not use my keyboard. Some of those are wireless. Some of those are wired. I could not hit Control Alt Delete. I could not do anything. I could not even stop the stream. I had to get up and physically turn off my computer. And it wasn't because of my computer. It was because of this game. There are enough freaking reviews saying this game crashes and causes really bad crashing. So, here's the reason I'm going on a tangent. There's a chance, hopefully small, that my last recording / stream is corrupted to the point of not being recoverable. There's a chance my last VOD or whatever of this cannot go up. And that's going to be upsetting if true. Because that was like, what, probably like 2 hours plus of possibly lost footage, if so. Ay vey. Just... Oy vey. I have no idea when that actually happened either. No idea when they... Well, actually, I'm going to say it was probably when my controller stopped doing inputs was probably when it actually happened. At least at that point, my mic probably cut out right around then, too. So yeah, if you're the type to catch VODs or whatever, hopefully the VOD before this is up. Here's to hoping. I really hope it is. I cannot remember what I was talking about, but hopefully it's up. But that is a major demerit against this game. I have a really pretty decent PC. I don't just have a good graphics card, I have a modern good graphics card, and I went out of my way to get the most recent like line of graphics cards because it actually does have like stuff specific for recording and streaming nonsense. That's why I wanted a 5,000 line NVIDIA whatever the heck Kuzma what's it schmoggly schmoo series of numbers. It is good for the recording side of things. Hi, Vey. We have like a medieval market that isn't even open. That's weird.
Your Highness!
Okay, yeah. But
Welcome.
there's no reason this game should have crashed or should have legit froze my computer to the point where I couldn't do anything. I went and unplugged cords and tried to replug in cords to try and see if I could do inputs. I turned off the wireless stuff and turned it back on to see if I could do inputs. I could not. I could not do anything to even end the stream and end the recording. So yeah, I just had to hold my power button on my PC and restart. So yeah, there's a sad chance of the last VOD just being dead and gone. Yeah, oh well. Yeah, I mean, it's not the first time I've had to deal with a recording in OBS being corrupted because it crashed. Girl, you are making a lot of progress. You're doing great. Proud of you. Yeah. And if that VOD's not there, what I just said was because my fiance is cross-stitching. So, yeah, it's... Yeah, it's not the first time I've had to deal with just a crashed OBS recording. I believe there's just katanas. I feel like that's new. Were they into? Yeah. They might be. I feel like it's more just new to Monster Hunter as a whole. I've only ever played 3 though on the 3DS, so I can't say when that was introduced. Yeah. Is there really a reason to want one type of blade comparative to the other? Aesthetic? I mean, like, oh no, it's definitely not aesthetic because at least the horn and the hammer are mechanically different. That's what I was. Maybe skill set. Like a katana compared to a great blade might have just a very different skill set. Whereas the great blade may be more defensive, the katana may be more offensive. Thoughts. Who knows? Especially considering there's no sword and board whatsoever. No. Yeah. It's so cute as an outfit. Everything about that monster is effing cute, even when you skin it and wear it. Anyways, as I was kind of going on a tangent about the... Oh yeah, that's one of your defaults, isn't it, girl? You like that outfit a lot, don't you? Yeah, you're already rocking it in your game. Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, there's really no excuse for that level of crashing with this game. I know if you've watched the past 2 VODs or streams or whatever, you've seen me slowly, lightly rib it, pointing out the various issues with it, and basically, I'm not outright against a lot of issues in a game. I tend to be... I'm hypercritical of games when they're from bigger studios. The better a studio is, the more high-end a studio is, the less acceptable I tend to find anything like the fact that it completely froze my computer and crashed it. That's just not acceptable. It really isn't. And if it's a more indie thing, I'd be upset about it. I'd be miffed. But I wouldn't be overly pissed. And I don't know, man, that's really bad. Just really, really effing bad, actually. There's no excuse for this kind of nonsense, and... Oh, wait, is this... No, it's a gun lance, never mind. Gun lance. I was like, oh, is this a sword and board? Nope, gun lance. But yeah, all the gripes I was having about storytelling and other aspects is just unacceptable at the end of the day, because it is a AAA studio. Gigantor. Why is that always where my brain just defaults to? Anyways, seems like the exclamation mark was more so just we can make some of the items we already have. Got it.
Welcome.
Oh yeah. Yeah. What you thinking, baby? Yeah, this one. Where are we looking at? Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's interesting. So I don't think that was picked up on the mic whatsoever, but my fiance was showing me that in this menu, that this is the Velociprey or whatever sword. Usually for every monster or whatever, you'll get some sort of weapon and some sort of armor type from them. The tier 1 of this sword is Velociprey, the very basic lemming enemies, which a lot of monster types tend to have. They have a usually weaker one for some species, not all species. Like the Jigglypuff bat thing, I don't think has a smaller, weaker version. But the raptors basically always do. The basic raptor, the weaker ones, is tier 1. And tier 2 is like the matriarch type of monster we would get as a monstie, the Velocidrome. Velociprey right here, as you can see in the little icon under materials underneath the sword. And Velocidrome, that little icon, tribal marking, whatever. Yeah, sure. Good stuff.
Come again.
It is a cool detail. You're not wrong. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you're good, girl. You go do you. If I hear bag rustling while you're messing around over there, I'm just gonna completely stop the screen and be like, what you doing? What you do? Nothing? What you doing, girl? What you doing? What you doing? Okay. gosh. No, I'm just messing with you. It feels like there's too many people in this village, this hamlet, compared to how much housing there is too. Once more, there's just not enough buildings for this to be considered a kingdom. I do like how populated it feels with all the NPCs everywhere, but even then, is this seriously a second vineyard? We have 2 vineyards and no freaking farms beyond that? Wait, what? We just need grapes and wine. We'll survive off it. Oy vey. Freaking Christ. Okay. Like, I do like how arguably populated it kind of does feel, but even with that said, it feels like the population is too big for what's here. And there's nothing showcasing there's anything else here besides what I'm looking at right now, basically. That's... like, let me put it this way. We're in a kingdom. We are in a kingdom. Full kingdom. Castle right there. I'm the princess. Hooray. Market is that store and that. And I don't see any other market. Maybe that dude. He's selling like eggs or something. Maybe he's just selling like grapes that have been partially squished by people's feet because this kingdom's into it or whatever. But like that and that. And that's the market. There's 2 shops. And one of them's a smithy. And as I was saying, like, it's not... it's the fact that it's done by a AAA studio that I do not truly accept it. Okay, bada boom, bada bing. Yeah, sure. Side quest time. Didn't take time to read it because I was reading it and I didn't want to read it aloud. Something's digging up this dude's vineyard. And he wants us to check it out. Sure, why not? Left the grapes alone, but destroyed the soil? Sure, why not? Why not? If you guys want me to read side quest stuff like that, let me know.
No problems.
If you guys want me to not read stuff like I do for the more main cutscenes when they don't have like actual dialogue going, let me know. It's whatevs either way. Honestly, the first person that lets me know, I will follow their opinion almost to the letter. This girl looks like she's from the Ni no Kuni game. I don't know why. Anyways. Yeah, it's when small gripes like this start to build up, like just in a AAA setting. It's when there's such obvious story flaws and issues by a AAA studio who hires people to be writers and people to be lore masters and people to go in depth about what can and cannot exist in the world setting. It's when studios and companies like that can't be asked to make a product that lives up to a 5th grade English teacher's inspection, basically. That's when I start to get pissed. If your little indie game that's like a one-man studio has flaws, I'll be like, yeah, this could be better, and I'm not super pissed. If it wastes like 2 hours of my effing time, I'm like, it was annoying and you should be better, but I'm still not overly pissed. Capcom's been in the freaking like gaming industry since the inception of home consoles as opposed to arcade games practically. Like the NES era at least. There's no excuse. There really isn't. This is a AAA release. It is a frontline page like game on Steam. And it completely crashed and froze my computer. There's no excuse. There really isn't. They need to, like, rush a patch ASAP. Anyways, we may be in the middle of a survey, but we should procure some eggs as well. You see that monster gen over there? Who am I talking to? Is it Rudy? Rudy's smarter than me. I don't need to tell Rudy anything. Hatching eggs you collect in dens will add to the number of monsties you can count on. A fine plan indeed. Are we just, like, narrating ourselves as we just, like, trapeze through our day?
Yeah.
It just feels like I'm personally narrating what I'm doing, and my friend is also doing so. It reminds me of those, gosh, what kind of form of media does that usually happen in? Where, like, let's say someone's locked in a room and you want to get them out or whatever, and it's like, oh, I guess, like, we won't make any food for you. We're gonna go down and get donuts. Let's go get donuts, Jeremy. Yes, let's go get donuts, frickin' Angela. Oh, we're going to get donuts now. Stomp, 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 stomp. And the person peeks through the door and they just grab them. That's what it feels like we're doing.
That is a mental image.
But am I wrong?
No.
My fiance says I'm correct, which means I am correct because I don't care about most other people's opinions. She says I'm right. And everything left doesn't matter.
Okay.
Having a Leviathan monstie will let you swim, expanding your available search area. If you find an egg, be sure to secure it.
It feels like I made an avatar who's just meant to be Navi. That line right there makes me feel like I'm playing like a different character and the princess is just Navi for me. They wrote my character to be the tutorial that I need to listen to. Nobody talks to anyone like this unless they're trying to be like that. Okay. Monster dens. You go in them, you get eggs. There's rare ones where you get good and better eggs. Congrats.
Right.
Ended up a bow. Basically, go kill frickin' red bugs. Appreciate it. Go kill bugs, get items, everything way better because of such. We get payment and everybody happy. Oh yeah, fun. Pop a save, considering I had to load an autosave just to get back where I was. I'm gonna have to be really anal about saving, probably, in this game. Also, I know you mentioned it, honey, but I cannot believe this game is giving me... I think I have 3 flying monsties. 3 flying monsties. Oh wait, yeah, freaking it is 4, just 4 flying monsties. And we're about to get a swimming monstie. What is this pacing?
Boring. Quest for request. I'm on ground dive. Oh.
Okay, so my fiance let me know that we're officially caught up with her save file. She's just been collecting monsters or whatever, and she hasn't progressed the plot any further than this. And so far, after collecting a lot of monsties, she is only missing 2 movement options. Which is effing absurd. To put it in perspective for anyone who has not played this game, this is the equivalent of getting every movement option in the tutorial for a classic 3D Zelda, I guess you could say. I know they did that for Breath of the Wild, so there is a chance this kind of plays out okay. Because as everyone knows, Breath of the Wild kind of rocks. But it is really effing weird. Depending on how they handle it, could be a pass. But let's be honest, it's probably not. Okay, yeah. So, they made it so you could just harvest from multiple nests? That doesn't seem right. Wait, you mentioned you can drop off your eggs at the door and then like keep moving around in the nest though. So arguably you can just get a lot of eggs, period.
Your Highness!
If there's multiple. I hate everything. I hate everything right now. They're all like this? This used to be online and you're telling me they're all like this. This used to be part of the selling feature of like interacting with people online and they're all like this? Oh my effing gosh. I'm gonna go explain why I'm suddenly pissed because I just kind of paused and was upset. And people who haven't played this series probably didn't have the same reaction I just did. So, we're in a monster nest. As you can kind of tell, these are usually randomized dungeons. Or at least they have been. Is that? Look at this adorable man. Look at this adorable boy. He is friend-shaped. Oh my gosh. He does have a tail. He needs to get swallowed by chaos to get rid of that. And then grow it back during the boss fight. And then get rid of it immediately after, like a weird cryptid. Yeah, it would fight Ratha, it would. Yeah, they're having a moment. They're throwing down. Like, that's a full staring contest. They're doing them. Gosh dang. I hate to say it, Ratha, but we're no longer friends. This dude's my new bestie. I'm gonna ride him into battle. Sucks to suck, loser. Like, you don't get the name George, because I'm not gonna pet you and love you, because, well, amphibian and all that, but I'll call you Hamilton. Yeah, you're a Hamilton now. Anyways, as I was about to say, why I'm upset. Monster dens tended to be randomized dungeons. That's how it's always been. Not only are they randomized dungeons that have obviously an egg at the end that you can get, and you can still like cycle through them kind of like a randomized gacha or whatever. But it was part of the online, I want to say, for Monster Hunter Stories 2. You would connect with people online and do randomized dungeons to get rare, or sometimes I think mons that you could only get via doing it online with other party members. And it was a bit more difficult. And I think it was just a random pairing or whatever. My fiance just told me every single monster done is just a single room with eggs in it. Now, before you say this seems simpler, before you say like, well, I didn't super like the dungeons, at the end of the day, the reason it's like this, from the game developer's side, from Capcom's end, is because they didn't want to make a randomized dungeon engine kind of thing. This is because Capcom's lazy. That's the long and short of it. That is it. The reason there are no longer any randomized dungeons in the Monsty Dens was because Capcom didn't want to. Not because it's better to take them out. Because they didn't want to.
Thanks, bestie.
Yeah. Fairly potent bird wyvern egg.
If it's a mon you are hatched, it'll tell you what the egg is. If you haven't hatched it, it just tells you what.
Okay. So Rudy's actually helpful, unlike Navarro. Okay. So Beyonce just said Rudy will tell you if we've gotten the mon before. If we haven't, he says something like this. Which, once more, Rudy's just probably MVP, and I kind of want to just play this game as Rudy. We'll take this. I don't really care. It's one we don't have. It doesn't matter. It's only as you really start getting all the mons in an area where you start to keep digging more and more. Can I go back and get another? Yeah, all the eggs are gone. Okay, that answers that.
Let's go.
If there's multiple nests after dropping it off right there, we would have been able to go back and go to another nest. Good enough. This pisses me the fuck off. Goodbye, Hamilton. I'll love you. I'll miss you. I won't write. I'm illiterate. Yeah, they're all on the minimap. They're all on the minimap too. That was an ability in the original one, wasn't it? Like, nest search. And that's just not an ability anymore. So, what this means, less randomized dungeons where it's just one room, the fact that they're all over the map, what that equates to when it comes to game design, besides them just being lazy, is also similar to what happened to Elder Scrolls as the IP went on longer. It got simpler and simpler and simpler, and when that happens, it can be either good or bad. I know a lot of people really like Skyrim. I'm a dude whose Morrowind is his favorite game, and yes, I know I'm wrong, but also I like the writing in it. Do I recommend you play Morrowind? No, don't do it. Unless you're willing to put in the time and effort to learn Morrowind, do not go play Morrowind. But Skyrim is the most vanilla, basic, simple, like, nothing there open world action RPG there is, and there's a reason so many people picked it up, latched onto it, and there was a massive boom of open world action RPGs that were even more basic after Skyrim. Because there's just nothing there with Skyrim for a majority of the game. So what we're seeing with the fact that the map has all of these dens, what we're seeing with the fact that every den is just a single room, is a homogenization and breaking down to the most base fundamental stuff into a very basic, vanilla, nothing experience for this game. I don't like it. Is it correct or incorrect? You can't say either or. As a longtime fan, my opinion is incorrect, but others may disagree. That being said, other people who may start with this may prefer this. It is now a simpler, ease of entry kind of thing, but that, in my opinion, is irrelevant considering the other games were made for children. You don't need to simplify this. It's always been a game for children. If anything, this should be more complex. This is a game for teenagers, if not young adults. And they simplified features. What that equates to is Capcom thinking teens and young adults are little babies that can't figure things out like kids in their freaking 10-year-old tween game on the 3DS and Switch. Moving on. Why does every single random effing thing in this game look at me like my cat does? I swear to effing Christ. I get enough of that at home, man. Yeah, sure, I'll take it. There's no reason for me to keep digging. I think I briefly mentioned it. It's a gotcha. It's a random roll what you're getting. If this works... Oh, Hamilton has him a friend. We got Hamilton and Tenenbaum. Hamilton and Tenenbaum, I love you both. I will still not write, for I am still illiterate. I have chosen Barbarian in early D&D. Oh, that reminds me. Unrelated to everything else. Unrelated to the frickin' complaining about anything. unrelated to anything about this game. Anyone who's watching this who has ever watched Chaotic Good Barbarian, I want to add a little bit of extra that may make you like it a bit more if you already like Chaotic Good Barbarian. Basically, early D&D barbarians throughout the series could not read. You would need to take a feat, basically a level up skill, to learn how to read as a barbarian in D&D back in the day. So Chaotic Good Barbarian, you do see him read and like write stuff. But anytime you do see him do any of that, it's like the monster manual and like writing how to F with monsters, which is hilarious because if anyone roleplayed a decent barbarian, having a barbarian learn to read just to kill things better is so effing on point that it hurts. Oh, oh. No, I'm gonna keep searching. I haven't hatched any and I have that pattern already. Yeah, we'll go with that one. Go hatch them and see what the heck we got. Our little freaking sugar glider lizard is so often cute. That design is so up my alley. It really is. I love that thing so much.
Alright.
Like, if that was a Pokemon, it'd be one of my faves. Like, hardcore. Alrighty. Let's go hatch that stuff. Oh, right. Hit twice. And then just precipitous drop. Hit twice. And then precipitous drop. Yeah, yeah. You know, like a good flying mechanic in a game that has better flying mechanics. Like, is anyone defending how flying works in this game? Like,
No problems here.
so after Breath of the Wild came out, the new hotness, kind of like how I mentioned Skyrim making open world action RPGs the new hotness. After Breath of the Wild came out, the new hotness was actually like freaking gliders. It just was. Everyone wanted like a weird paraglider thing where you're like floating slowly and gliding, even if your game didn't need it. So that was in so many games. And with that in mind, we do have enough freaking games out nowadays that it's just, we know this kind of level of like flying around and gliding is not okay. I mentioned it, I think, at the start of the last VOD, which, as we know, might just be destroyed. Hopefully it freaking works out. But basically, gliding in this is a precipitous drop. It does not carry you as far as you think you should be carried. You're dropping way too quickly. It's like it feels like kind of like fat rolling in Dark Souls, but for gliding. Like, you're just, this is not correct. I need to mess with my freaking like loadout to do this better kind of nonsense, and there's no way to mess with my loadout. Oy vey. Okay, that's interesting. You know what? The game gets props for letting me faceplant. I kind of like that. Genuinely and truly, I like being able to faceplant in a game. Most games don't let you do that. Oh, there's a sleeping monster. Hopefully me whistling very loudly did nothing. Hopefully me walking over here won't, like, wake up this giant spider. Hopefully nothing I'm doing will wake it up. Why did they make it sleep over there and not on the nest? I don't know if they did that in the second one, because it's been a while since I've given the second one a proper chance. But throughout the series, if you walked into a den and there was a sleeping monster on top of it, because there could be various reasons for that. One, you just went in the den and there is one. But other times, if you fought a monster, you specifically wanted an egg of that monster, you could do something in battle where it would flee to a nest that was a guaranteed drop of their egg. But always they were sleeping on their nest. Even though there's different types of like eggs in here of different types of monsters, it was still their nest. We keep disturbing this, that thing's gonna get pissed and attack us. It's a different one. We'll go with it. How many bird wyverns are in this zone? I have a... Something I didn't fully explain was usually in every map or whatever, it depends if they keep doing it or not, but usually in every map we come across, it doesn't look right. Wouldn't there be like at least a crack in the ground or something right here? It's like steam rising up.
They snuck up on us!
Why is there nothing kind of just showcasing that this is a spot steam should be rising up? Whatever. Matter. Are these dudes speed or technical? Figure it out. Apparently their power. I was wrong in all regards. What else? Hi, Ratha. Yeah, so that's a thing. The battle system's really forgiving in this. It's not a bad thing. It just does. It's just how they decided to make it because, you know, it's a game designed for children. Yeah, let's see. Let's look at that.
I'll take it. All right.
I would have liked if all of us attacking the same mon of the same typing led to more than just a double attack. It feels like that should be doable. Well, that's rough. Like 100%, that feels like, because they're my party members too. I mean, they're not my monsties, but we're all focusing in on one enemy. I do like the fact that they have their own freaking 3 heart container nonsense. That's helpful. It means that my freaking AI party members doing crappily in battle is not going to affect me doing being able to finish the fight or whatever, basically.
Take it. All right.
Oh well. I don't even like that the fact that this game is completely balanced around having multiple party members. I really don't like that. It's part of the reason I really disliked Monster Hunter Stories 2. I think I'm on record saying multiple times in various series I played. Yeah, just this drop is way too quick, honestly. Like, I feel like I lost about 50% of my height just by moving to the next frickin' place. It wants me to drop rapidly. I can already drop rapidly. That's just gliding.
What's this?
What else? What else? Alright, I can do this. Oh. Apparently I can't do that from there. I have to get a better angle. Oh, Ludroth. So this is the boy we should be going to if we freaking want to get, I don't know, the ability to swim at the start of the effing game, which doesn't feel right. I am literally just mashing while walking around. I don't know what rocks and what plants are totally actually harvestable, and it is astounding how bad visibility actually is in this game. Okay, let's see here. Yeah. He tells me what the heck we got. That's nice. Persine wyvern egg. Sure. Oh, I love him. He is really cute. My fiance just fell in love. He's really cute. This dude's probably about to wreck my ass, considering I'm pretty certain this is the thing's egg I just took. So let's go. And considering my fiance has not seen this dude, that's probably not good. Yeah, that dude's gonna wreck me. Let's go.
All right.
Please. Alright. Okay. I'm starting to make a mental note anytime I see the what I think the freaking plants are, so I'm starting to notice them a bit more, but also, to be honest, it's simply because I'm hyper aware because I'm talking about it. I think in normal gameplay I wouldn't have noticed such. Yeah, let's go for the tail.
I got it! Yes! Nice! That! Are you okay?
Okay, let's see here. So... yeah, let's see if we can get a double attack going. Wait, did mine freaking just use... You know what, that's how it tends to go anytime you have AI for party members. I didn't go on a tangent properly about why I don't like having party members, especially with the entire game balanced for that. Oh, right, it gets pissed when you kill its young. That's the thing. Anyways, I'm gonna go kill its other young.
I'll take it!
Sorry, dude, but I'm a focused down kind of dude. But basically, I don't like the randomness of
You did it!
just
Classic!
how party members tend to be. They could completely destroy your ability to do a lot of stuff in a lot of games at the end of the day. It gets a bit worse when you have an entire game balanced around these kind of builds. So if I don't have full control of the party members, I usually don't want to have them. I give this game more of an excuse simply because, well, yeah, let's switch you out to my other speed. But I give this game an excuse because the monsters themselves are very easy to deal AI-wise. Because you know what the heck they're going to be doing. Heck, they've made it even simpler in this game. You can tell your monsters are going to do, like, what type. In the top left of their icon, next to their name right there, you see a purple guy, Ceros, I don't know if I'm saying that. A purple Schmoogly Schmom is a power type. A Rathalos is a power type. A Tobi Kadashi is a speed type. So on, so forth. So on, so forth. So... frickin'... it's even simpler in this game. And you completely outfit your entire party with that in mind. It's just... don't know.
We've got this!
I don't like having to deal with the fact that I have a party member. Yeah, they just gave me a life container backup. Cool. It's a point stands. Let's switch over to that since we got a dot. Now we're gonna go with that. I mean, if it's gonna let me frickin' no. Make a potion, why not? So it's gonna let me choose what moves my mon can use. May as well.
Watch out!
I think at this point it switches more to like technical stuff. It's not using skills, so cool. Switch back. Yeah.
Counting on you!
Be here. Oh, it would have happened to him. Yeah, let's go back on him, actually. Oh, I can't switch back. Whatever. Learning. That tail off you. Okay, well... At least this is silly. I kinda love it. Is your animation on this as silly, or is it just hers? That one? Yeah. Okay, I may as well go. This thing still lives. I'll hop on Toby's Dashi or whatever and do a test and see if our animation is just as silly, but... Okay, yeah, it's back up. Yeah. Let's freaking hop on over. I find it fascinating that you can charge your kinship amongst multiple monsties. Did it used to be that way? Because arguably, if you get in a super long battle, that means you can just stockpile that and then just go back to back to back to back. It feels almost bravely defaulty where you're doing a bunch of defaults to suddenly do like a crap ton of Bravely's kind of stuff.
Okay.
Let's see if ours is just as silly. Because if it isn't, I'm upset. Hey, guess what? It's not as silly. Only the child character gets this silly freaking animation.
You did it!
Oh, it's retreating. Heck yeah. So that's a mechanic we haven't seen before, but I already mentioned. Monsters will go back to their den, and it's a guaranteed egg from them. We don't need that freaking anything. It even has their eggs on top. Okay. That's a choice. That is a choice. Ooh, nice. Ooh, a sparkling egg. A sparkle egg. The Sparkle Wolf Princess gets Sparkle Egg. Wow. There's something else I was going to say before it started retreating, and I'm going to be honest. Is it important? Probably not in this game. Oh, it's a Sparkle Egg. Sparkle Egg for Sparkle Princess. Yeah, yep, it does. Lower corner does show how many eggs we can go with. That's interesting. That's a choice. Oh, what I was going to say was that in the earlier, like, games, basically, this, yeah, let's go with both Sparkle, sure. Why not? Oh, and if you're playing this at home, as long as it's not outright super different from the earlier ones, I don't know why they would do this. If the monster does wake up when you're carrying an egg and does attack you, that doesn't mean you drop the egg. You only drop the egg if you get like a game over in here. So if you survive the battle or whatever, keep running to the exit or whatever, you should still have the egg. Lost again. No, wait, there it is. But basically, the kinship skills, as you kind of saw, are unique animation based on what monster you have. Every different type of monster you might have in your party has a different animation for what they do for that ability. And some are super cool, some are edgelordy, and at least in the past, some were silly. Jan Cuckoo. One I don't have anymore, but this dude would also probably have a silly one. I think he actually might have a silly one too, yeah. Back in the past. But Jan Cuckoo, the trusted bird wyvern we used to have in our party that I got rid of because I'm not the biggest fan of Jan Cuckoo, used to have a very silly one. Because it was actually based on their how they work in the Monster Hunter series. Oh, it's Hamilton and Tenenbaum. I don't like how Tenenbaum's looking at me. Go. I think I lost that one. Anyways, my fiance has done the kinship thing with Jan Cuckoo, and it's no longer silly. If we add the fact that a little party member who should actually be the pro tag or whatever has her silly animation, we weren't allowed it, and I don't know why. Also, I don't know if I technically can get off this place. I made a choice coming here before I had a swimmer. And let's just hope the glide is enough to make... Okay, it is enough to make it across. But it's upsetting to see the silly stuff taken away. It's kind of paired with the discussions earlier about how they're trying to make this seem more adulty. Even though they're trying to make this seem more adulty, your character can't do the silly animations. You're an adult. You're super serial. It still kind of treats you, the player, as an idiot child that doesn't know anything, as we saw in the earlier cutscene where Rudy had to tell everyone, dudes, war were declared, and nobody was picking up on it. It's treating you like an idiot with how the dens are. It's treating you, especially how the dens are on the map. So we have this game that's meant to be all Monster Hunter stories, but for an older generation, or just maybe the same generation that grew up. And it's treating you as if you're stupider than when people who were the correct age for the first game were playing the first game. It's a really odd disconnect. A really, really odd disconnect, and I'm not a fan. Let's see what we got going on. Got a regular Gapsero, so although it seems like we got a repeat of this, we have a purple one, and this is just a regular one. Some Mons tend to have a unique variant that's a bit rarer. What was it? The Kazu we saw. Earlier on when we were doing a little Who Should Be the Pro Tag Girls tutorial in the forest, we saw a frozen Mon that just looked out like a giant worm with a maw. There's that one that's all white, and whenever we get the ability to get those dudes as monsties, there's probably a rare one that's all red, and they are different eggs. Oh my goodness, look at him. Oh my effing goodness, who's a good boy. Oh, I love him. He would bite my fingers off when I'm trying to pet him. He's got 2 rows of teeth. I love him. I still love him. I still love him when he's big. He's a 5-star? How many stars does this go up to? Okay, like, even if this goes up to, like, 10 or 20 stars, I should not be getting 5 stars in the first effing area. What is going on here? Oy vey. Oh, always so cute. Adorable. It's like they're smaller and fatter and they're just better. I just want this to be the regular version of a Royal Ludroth. Like, I know dog breeding and like all that stuff to certain breeds, like almost every breed is almost always bad. And I know like purebred dogs are horrible. Pugs are just a freaking cavalcade of health issues because of it. My fiance and I have a cat that's really bad breeding stock of a Siamese. And it's not that we got her from a breeder. She was dumped in a sewer with her siblings. And by a breeder, basically. But she is very bad breeding stock. And she has all the health concerns you would have from a purebred anything. Plus many more, because she's also a sewer cat. So I don't justify breeding for certain traits. But I'd hear you out if you were telling me you're like turning Royal Ludroths into this, from the one we fought. I would hear you out. I would tell you you were wrong and you shouldn't. But if you showed me a finished example, I'd be like, well, you already did. He's still cute when he's big. He is. If I remember right, if you don't know anything about Monster Hunter whatsoever, and you're just in this because it's a Mon-Tamer, that mane on it, the wonderful yellowness that's there, isn't fur or scales or anything you might assume because it's very lizardy. It's actually like a spongy material that it uses to absorb water, and when it uses... Actually, did they take that out? I feel like that was in the earlier versions of the game that would actually show an animation for it. Maybe they used to have it, maybe they didn't. But basically, it can wring out all the sponge water that's in there to do like an AoE water kind of thing, if I'm remembering right. I mentioned earlier, they put a lot of love into... This dude's rank is only 2, and it's a very potent one. Royal Ludroths used to be like late game mons. Mid to late game, and it's just a rank 2 monster now. I feel like I'm halfway through a shonen's power creep with how this is going. Is this game going to end with us on the moon fighting a tree who will not tell us what the heck its machinations are for trying to destroy the world? Because that's how it feels. I have to make that reference anytime I have to reference something stupidly written. F you, Final Fantasy. It's always badly written. Anyways, a lot of weird love went into the designs, habitats, and habits of the monsters in Monster Hunter. It's the entire IP. But I feel like I'm starting to see hints of people just doing it for a paycheck. And that's concerning. Especially for a series that's known to have such passion behind it. Still left adorable. Let's see here. Yeah, it's a lot of abilities. It's a lot of abilities. Okay. It has a breath ability. I can shoot things from this. Okay. So, the 3x3 thing is something I haven't talked about. If you've played this series before, you probably know it. These are genes. And what this equates to is if you have something in one of those slots, as we can kind of see the bright blue one or the bright pink one, those equate to a certain ability that affects the stats or maybe the moves of the monster. On top of that, as you can kind of see, there's lines connecting them, and you can see the bingo aspect. if you line up similar things in those slots, you get a bonus to various stats, as you can kind of see on the right. We get 2 bingos, Wyvern Fell, whatever, turns to 5. I don't know if they've gone over what Wyvern Fell is. I've seen the stat also in our equipment for our weapons. It's probably a specific form of damage that's going to become relevant later. That's just what I'm using context clues wise. 3 bingos, we get a 2 bonus to our speed. 5 bingos, stamina recovery. That being said, the truest meta of this game is setting up your monsties with the proper genes, but it goes a bit beyond that. So, as you can kind of tell, because we've fought one, a Ludroth as a whole is more of a water elemental mon. If we mess with these genes correctly, we can turn it into an electric type mon with its attacks, or a fire type, or an ice type with its attacks kind of stuff. So you can kind of change how the heck your favorite monstie works if you properly figure out and handle the gene mechanics. I'm not going to. Okay, we're done. Alrighty, let's see here. I want this boy. I'm sorry, the spider's gotta go, man. We got a freaking shark boy. Now we just need our lava girl. Let's see here. What? Like, what do you got going on? You can swim, jump, roar, melee attack, breath. You cannot fly. That's fine. It looks like they got rid of some of the riding actions. I think we already talked about that last VOD during the tutorial bit. Because they got rid of the jump riding action, which would have been something Velocidrome would do. I guess it can jump, but there used to be a very specific, this is a jump spot, you take your monstie here, it will jump across to the other opposite jump spot, and that was some monstie's abilities. Now it just seems like, I'm gonna be honest, I think like probably 95% of all monsties are going to have that jump. And the only ones I can think of that would not are probably going to be the biggest, fattest, heaviest mofos you have ever seen that shoot laser beams out of their mouth. You probably know what the heck I'm talking about, baby. Those are the only dudes I can think of that will not have the jump thing, and there is still a solid effing chance they might. That being said, besides that actual like jump mechanic for traversal being taken away, and it seems like basically every monster can now jump, they seem to have taken out a handful of other traversal things. Like besides swimming, there used to be like a monsties you would have to ride to travel through lava, that kind of thing. That's a net neutral being taken out for me. It seems kind of odd to have get basically swimming and swimming through lava was quite literally 2 sides of the same effing coin in my mind. It was a way to traverse through a mound of liquid. You just needed a specific monster for it. It's the same thing. I don't really care that it's gone. It's gone. Long and short of it. I don't know why I'm going all tutorial right now for you guys. It's what I was... Is there anyone else I want in my party? Do I want the Ludroths? Not really. Honestly, no, not really. I've got my boy. I got my freaking Jigglypuff. I don't have any other speed ones. Otherwise, I'd probably... No, I've got 3 speed ones. The freaking... Like my freaking Shark Boy or whatever. Actually, speed one, yeah. Get that going. For some reason, I thought he was technical. Okay. As a heads up, the like the colored version or the recolor version of a monster tends to be a stronger variant. Like I think there's a blue Yan Cuckoo. And we started with this boy, Yan Cuckoo. I want to say the blue Yan Cuckoo would have been stronger than the regular one. And then down the line, mid to late game of the first game, there's also a purple one, which is obviously way stronger. And that doesn't seem like that big of a surprise if you've ever looked into JRPGs as a whole or RPGs. Recolors tend to have unique effects and be stronger. It is what it is. But honestly, it's an RPG. I don't know if this game's really going to stop you from being able to play with your favorite whatever thing, even if it's a 1-star. I guess we're going to have to see. But considering how far I got in Pokemon Yellow with a Metapod that only knew Harden, maybe it's not going to be an issue. It depends on how they balance it, but I'm the type of idiot who would test things out. Let's be honest. I mean, what, the first VOD I even mentioned, besides boss battles, I think technically you could go through the entirety of this game without fighting anything, like anything whatsoever, and get all your levels via harvesting. That's horrifying. Alright. Let's get the boy. Haha! I love him. Look at him. Him stand tall. Oh my goodness. He's such a good boy. My fiance is so happy right now. Such a good boy. He's strutting. Oh gosh, I love him. Oh, he's so great. Oy vey. Yeah. He's so great. So, well, that's actually a question. How does she handle this? She can just fly forever. She can just fly forever. Okay. I don't know what I'm expecting from this game. I do love that he walks like this too. Oh, you couldn't get... So my fiance was saying she thinks this dude was a monster you would fight in stories too, but there was no way to actually get one as a partner, which is almost always unsettling, like just upsetting in general. Because as you can kind of tell, all these big fights or whatever tend to be monsters you can ride on. There are so few exceptions to that rule. Like obviously we can't get, say, these bugs to ride on.
Let's go! Got this!
But this dude we're fighting, obviously we've gotten one to ride on, but that's how it usually tends to be. And I want to say the only exceptions in the first game tended to be... Gosh. Speed Boy? You are a Speed Boy. Let's say it's a speed, like a power type. It's... The few exceptions in the first game tended to be like things that would have been very difficult super boss level stuff. Oh my gosh, he's adorable even in battle. I love him. I wasn't paying attention to what kind of thing he did. And he's just spitting dots. Who cares? I would love... So this would be a great mechanic for Thea if she's going to be in your party for a majority of the game. She should get a damage bonus based on how many Poogies you have for her Poogie Parade. That would feel correct. Just, that feels like classic JRPG nonsense. I love him so much. I am so upset that I am not going to use him probably by the mid of the second zone. Oy vey. Yeah, Dill. I can't wait to see his freaking, like, kinship anything. Okay, he switched to technical and he's raged. Okay, good to know. Yeah, it's gonna beat me down. Let's see here. Go all out with that nonsense. Actually, for a reason I just don't use attacks as a whole. Yeah, should be doing that. Definitely should be doing stupid stuff like that. Yeah, he's so adorable, isn't he, honey? I love him. I feel like this game doesn't know what it wants its target audience to do. Or just enjoy, or like... Because these battles feel more like basically for an older audience, kind of, sort of. But on the flip side, they still treat you kind of like an idiot in the other aspects of the game. So I don't... Like, are you trying to give this to adults, or are you just trying to give this to, like, children? Like, what are we doing, buddy? Okay, let's see here. Let's go with that. That should knock it down, actually. Go with the whole secret thing. Oh, it just shoots a laser like that? That's awesome. I love him.
How about this?
Alrighty. So, I haven't discussed it, but as you can see with the little kinship gauge, the gem above our heart containers, when we first charge it up and can use it, there's a 1 when we get on. Now there's a 2. I believe if it's anything like the last frickin' like game, the max is 3. If you get it up to that, you do a stronger kinship spill. That being said, it doesn't feel like we're... It used to be where, like, you could only do, like, 3 moves on a kinship, like, thing. Didn't it, babe? Okay, you could only level it up. Okay. Until you're knocked down. Okay. I'm misremembering that mechanic a bit, but I thought it was you could only do 3 moves, and then you're, like, forced to get off your monster or whatever. Oh, she's so effing cute. Yeah, I'm so looking forward to it. That's why I kept him in. It's like, no, we need to see his kinship. This boy needs his time in the light. Okay, we got our kinship up to 3. So we're going all out with us. I swear. Probably Yefenez. She's got hers up to 3 as well. Yeah. So basic. I'm so upset that she's allowed a freaking silly one. Like, I'm not upset that she gets her own unique animation. Yeah, they just took away the silliness that I could have. So, I'm not gonna... Okay, yep.
All right.
I was testing whether or not you could skip that. And apparently, yep, you can skip on going all-out attack. There's almost no reason to unless you're doing something like I am and it's about to die. But you can skip on doing all-out attacks or arguably miss your chance to. That's good to know. Anyways, let's go all out. Let's see what boy does. Oh my gosh, we got fun. Yeah. Why does everything always come back to Sonic Adventure?
Impressive! You did it!
You know what I just realized?
Excellent job! Good!
I'm kind of bummed after realizing it. Every single party member of ours is going to have a very unique skill to them, aren't they? Which means we never get a unique skill, huh? Yeah. 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 Okay. My fiance just loves this dude so often much, and I'm not gonna lie, I do too. So great. Got the freaking cock of the walk, like, kind of stance going, and it's just great. I've never seen a fish showboat so much. Then again, I've refused to go to SeaWorld, so I suppose that's fair. Ay vey. Wonder if there's a list of all the mons in the area. Every tab in my freaking pause menu is a tutorial. I know what my inventory pouch is. Wow. I have an inventory. Wow. You guys even took the time to segment it. So, in comparison, this sort of like inventory right here that we're looking at right now was introduced in Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal. And we knew that because as we started up Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal, when we opened our inventory, it was segmented like this. We didn't have a pop-up. We didn't have text. We weren't told, hey, this spot, like, when you clicked your inventory, it's your inventory. If you don't see what you want, it's in a different segment of your inventory. As you can see, there's segments to your inventory. And that's what I mean where it's treating you like an effing idiot, like a child. It's treating you stupider than the children who played this on the 3DS back in the day. They don't know who they're selling this to. Like, what is going on? What is their target demographic with this? I'm going to be honest, the fights so far seem a bit too difficult for a 7-year-old. But everything is explained and spoon-fed to you like you're not just a 7-year-old, that you're the type to eat glue as a 7-year-old. Like, what is going on? I effing vey. Whatever. How long have we been streaming? About an hour and a half on this new one. And... ooh, what time is it? I think I'm about to call it here in a bit. I think we're good. I've been doing nothing but tutorial nonsense to try and, like, just lay a bit more of a foundation for anyone who is not used to the series. Because if you've been watching the stream or VODs or whatever up to this point, you were interested. Or maybe you don't know. But... oh, a shining one for my Sparkle Wolf, whatever. Should I go with Sparkle Spider Egg, or should I keep digging? Oh. I guess we're, going with Sparkle Spider.
All right.
It has been decided, not by me, but someone who is, well, I mean, I've gone on record on my frickin' channel and my other forms of media and all that. Got a big titty goth GF. She's got a soft spot for spiders. Shocker, I know. She just giggled all sillily. Okay. Oh. We gotta look for someone who was kidnapped by a monster. Oh yeah, we can shoot down things like that. Oh, is that a blue Yankuku up there? That's what it looks like. Yeah, that looks like a blue Yankuku. So why don't we actually just... Yeah, him look very upset by that. Yeah. That's a blue. The issue is getting... I'm so much better. Him is so much better. I love him. Okay. Yeah. The issue is this is the highest I can aim. There we go. It sucks to suck, loser. Let's go. Oh, it's dropped down like a fifth of its HP down too. Okay. So another thing, because I know I'm just full tutorial mode, because I'm just exploring and actually trying to enjoy the game right now as opposed to pick it apart. Usually, if you see a mon in the overworld to fight, like this blue Yankuku, that means the eggs of this mon are going to be in this zone. Asterisk. So, at least in the first game, I don't know if they carried this on into later games. Some eggs in the zone, or some mons or whatever, would not start showing up in dens until you did some storyline stuff. So, I'm going to say blue Yankuku is in this first area, but there may be a caveat before we can get one. Yeah, there is a chance I could paintball it too. I don't think I have any paintballs, which... Basically, paintballing a mon is how you would force them to retreat after you defeat them and go to their den. Okay. Let's see here. I can't remember what type of attacks these dudes did or whatever. Let's just go for this. I love him. Let's see. I'm gonna go with a charge tackle. Simply because if I can use that, I probably should be. It raises my kinship meter. But yeah, how the skills are set up makes it feel like... Oh gosh. Freaking murderized me with that one. Yeah. So, okay, that answers something that's interesting. Being knocked down to the point where you lose a container gets rid of your status element. Good to know. Yeah. I have zero clue what type of move this dude's gonna do. And actually, did this move just... Did he just switch targets? Was he just aiming at my freaking fish boy? I could have sworn he was aiming at my fish a second ago. Now he's aiming at her. I'm gonna roll that back VOD-wise, but if you, like, when I'm editing, if you're watching this on the YouTube, roll it back. Am I taking crazy pills? Whatever. Whatever.
I'll take it. All right.
Love him.
I won't let up. Let's go.
Yeah, Thea just feels like more the protag than me. It's wild. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I probably shouldn't be fighting this thing right now. I really shouldn't. It's myrtleizing me every time it uses that one skill. That being said, it's kind of fun. I still don't think I've seen it use a regular attack once. Yeah, it's just been doing nothing but that. Okay, yeah, it's a technical one with its usual attacks. There we go. And we're ready to ride too.
Ready?
It's aiming at us. The issue being that if it uses that blaze ball, there's a solid, and I mean a solid, chance we actually game over here. If it isn't, it might just... Yeah, we're probably gonna die here.
Good job. Now's your chance.
Oh, yeah, I lucked out right there. Really, really did. Probably just because she broke one part. Thea, why are you not the protag?
How about that?
You're way cooler, awesomer than I am.
We've got this.
Alright, let's just go kinship. It's low enough on HP. Oh, as you probably, if you roll it back on YouTube, Thea broke its crest, which was the base thing to attack. I highly doubt any NPC is going to attack any part besides the base one. When you break a part on an enemy, it does showcase on their body. The crest being the fins behind its head. As you can see, they're folded back and kind of broken right now. I was trying to, like, cut off its tail or whatever. If I did that, it would have a wounded tail or a cut off tail. The other part on it are its wings. It would have shredded wings if we were able to do that. Yeah, that's a thing. Anyways, oh, there's a golden rare down over there. Oh, there's a golden... Oh, yeah. Seed on the minimap. Let's see here. Can I actually get up there? Is the question. Is... This might be a climbable wall. Is this visually stimulating to the point where we consider it climbing? Is a climbable wall just a mossy wall? Maybe. Just maybe. Okay. I'm going to go for these 2 gold dens, and I am going to call it an episode, basically. An episode? No, we're freaking streaming. What is it? I am so used to freaking recording for... Oh! There was a fat burb. Big old fat burb. Like... I'm curious because this may start becoming like a frickin' Pokemon Legends ZA thing in my mind where it's... Ooh. A very potent shiny Royal Ludroth. We going with it or no? It's not just sparkling, it's super special sparkle. Yeah, I'm not using those. Screw that. Nursilla. Very potent Yankuku. Oh, let's run away. Flee. I like how nonplussed either of them are.
All right.
Flee.
Go!
But yeah, this game might... Yeah, that's the visually stimulating part. Gray wall, green wall. That's how you tell. How you tell the difference right there. I mean, at least it's there, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't like it. I really don't. Because it leads to something like this that we're looking at right now. It looks like two incorrect textures touching. At least it's visually distinct. They get that. And I feel like maybe some people will be like, well, you did say the yellow thing's fine. It's like, kinda, sorta, but also... My actual point was, you just need something there for people to be able to tell. But with how it is, it doesn't look good either. It is just another kind of yellow whatever with how it is. You wearing bondage mittens too? Oh wait, they do have thumbs. Okay, never mind. It is not bondage mittens. Take back what I said. They're just mittens that... Okay, I'm gonna be honest. They are still bondage mittens. They are. The freaking, like, belt around it is what makes it a bondage mitten. Because... I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Do you think you could be, like, get a belt loop or buckle off while wearing mittens? What if that was the only way to... Was that necessary? Little lizard man, was that necessary? Do you feel proud of yourself? He looks so proud of himself. So... I never hit the jump button right there. I hit the mount button. And the first thing this F-wit did the second I got on top of him was jump off an effing cliff. I don't really care. It's whatever. I'm just going to this one. We're calling it good. I was going to look around with the lookout point thing, but whatever. Boy. This child. And a little, like, thing that ran away. Oh yeah, and Hamilton. Hamilton is back. Hamilton has Hypnotoad energy. I love him. Or her. Hamilton can be whatever gender it wants to be. I will love them no matter what. I just will not write. Okay. Very potent Velocidrome. Okay. I am being told to take this. Why? Because there's a quest later for an egg, basically. Yeah. So may as well take it when we can take it. For some reason, I keep hitting it square instead of X to do things, and I have no clue why. A regular Velocidrome egg. But my fiance is now very nonplussed and upset at me because she's not able to... She hasn't found one in a minute. Because she has a quest for one. Apparently, when she finally found one, she got knocked out by the owner of the nest, basically. So, I am curious. When we first went into the, what is it? The dens, and it gave us the tutorial, it said there can be very rare ones and all that. And there can be nests that never end how many times you check them. Is there anything visually distinct to know this is a never-ending rolling nest? I feel like I should have reached the end of this nest already. But I haven't. And if there's nothing visually distinct about the nests that you can keep rolling, that's bad. That is very bad, actually. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just gonna keep rolling for a second. Keep rolling. So an aspect about the eggs I haven't talked about is, as you can see, they're patterned and they're colored. If Rudy wasn't telling us which ones we have, because we already have that type of mon or whatever, the pattern in the color is enough to tell you what kind of mon it is inside. So the pattern determines what type of mon. Royal Ludroth is whatever type. Narcilla is whatever type, and you can tell by their patterns that are there. But the colors is how you determine what it is, basically. And for the earlier games, a Royal Ludroth egg would come in 4 different colors of that pattern. Oh, a mon's finally about to show up. Did we ever get a chance at the darker purple and red spots? Right there. And this other one that's... who cares? We'll just take this. It's whatever. I'm done with the stream. But basically, it seems like they stopped doing that. It seems no matter what, when I get a Velocidrome egg, it's going to be that blue with the reddish-orange spots. Whenever I get a whatever this egg was, I wasn't paying attention. It's always going to be this dark red background with the dark blue spots. And I'm not going to lie, I kind of hate that they stopped the multiple color versions of the eggs. They didn't do it in 2 either? It's only in 1. My fiance gave me some very sad news. I am deeply upset right now. I believe I'm going to have to take some time and mourn a bit. 2 good mechanics gone. So I'll tell you what, guys, it's been a stream, obviously. It's been fun. It's been enjoyable. At least gameplay-wise. I don't think I finished that thought process. Pokemon Legends EA is a garbage game that my fiance and I played a while ago. A few days back to a week or so back. And it is a garbage game through and through. There's nothing good about it except the gameplay. And I hate to say that, but I think this game is actually going to be the same way. I think it's fine gameplay exploring whatever, getting eggs, hatching monsties. Battle system isn't too bad. I don't like how it's balanced for party members. But honestly, I don't dislike Thea, which is effing weird. I don't usually say that about sidekick kid character. I like her. I don't know why, but I like her. And it's probably because she's getting the silly animations. It's probably because she is a freaking pig farmer hick. Which I don't think they fully went into detail. They mentioned it. It's been brought up. Her special ability is pig farmer hick to the extreme. So I like her silly nonsense. So I'm not against her in the party. I just don't like that I need to have a party. I'm the type of dude who plays computer RPGs solo without the party members when some computer RPGs is all about the party member storyline sometimes. But the battle system is solid. The gameplay is pretty fun when you're not dealing with people talking. When you're not dealing with the fact they took away mechanics. You're not dealing with the fact that everything is blending into the background and not visually distinct. And you're not dealing with the fact that the entire game just froze your computer and made you have to hard reset it. When it's not that BS, it's fairly enjoyable so far. We'll see if that continues. Because by the end of Pokemon Legends EA, I was so effing frustrated that if I had hair, I'd start pulling it out. Because Pokemon, Game Freak, Nintendo, all of them made Pokemon Legends EA an action RPG where you send your mons out to attack, and they didn't nav mesh the effing game. And that got more and more effing infuriating as that game went on. So we'll see if the small various mechanics, gripes, and whatever against this game, when it comes to the actual gameplay aspect, start to become grating. Hopefully you guys will join us for that, but they'll have to be in a different VOD at a different time, but the same place. Can't wait to talk to y'all till then. It's been fun, and ciao.